Hello, I'm Luther Morgan, and welcome to America's Least Wanted Coffee. Tonight, we'll be discussing Jeremy Hambley and Coffee Brand Coffee, America's Least Wanted Coffee. Hey guys, how's everybody's weekend going? Luther Morgan here, and tonight we're going to be talking about the quartering. We're going to be talking about Dim Fool. We're going to be talking about the civil war going on within the right-wing media space, and the quartering's trying to be Jimmy Carter at the Camp David Accords and try to make peace with all the right-wing grifters. So we'll see how that's going. And of course, it's Wednesday, so you know what that means. I get to ask, how was everybody's weekend, as well as how is everyone's weekend going to be? What plans do you have for this weekend? So we're gonna get into that. How's everybody's weekend going today? And I'm being told I'm very quiet, so I will upload the volume a little bit there. So anyway, well, let's start off tonight with a funeral. So he have the quartering vlogs here, and it's been 2 weeks since quartering has done a quartering vlog. And we're going to talk about the quartering, of course, later on. We're going to be talking about the Alex Jones debate. I don't really think we're going to get into the whole debate just because so much of it is boring. But we're going to get to the highlights, hopefully. We're going to talk about Tim Pool and that whole situation, him getting felted, stuff like that. But really quick, start off with a funeral. Can I get a funeral march going for the quartering vlog channel? It's been 2 weeks. I was so sad to see this go because it really was like amazing A-log material. It really was the gravy train. It was the gift that kept on giving. But it's been 2 weeks. I think it's safe to say that it's completely dead. It's completely fucked. And he's not coming back. But anyway, so let's get into some miscellaneous felts. And this one is brought to us by Alyssa Clips. And it's Count Dankula on the quartering. So we're going to get into some rapid fire felts here. It's going to be really, really keynote.
When it comes to your own friends, whenever they f up, hold them accountable. And I know everyone's going to say in the comment, what about Jeremy? What about Jeremy? Like, I mean, I'm not the guy to like sort of share DMs unless someone sort of lies about something, but you haven't seen my DMs to Jeremy.
So you know that poor Count Dankula, he's caught in the middle. He he doesn't want to be a drama merchant like Jeremy and just leak everything. But you know, behind the scenes, he's like, dude, what the fuck?
Right, and they're between me and him, right? And I've been screaming at Jeremy for quite a while now. Right? I've already had a discussion with him, and the only argument I can hear people saying is, yeah, but I want to see it. No.
Come on, show it, show it, Dank. He's not going to.
Between me and him, right? Despite all of his ups and stuff like that, the guy has been a good friend to me for many years. However, I will completely acknowledge that he has in fact up.
Just look at the joy in his face when he says that. He's just looking forward to it so much. He's like, I've just been wanting to get this off my chest, guys. I know, I hear the comments. He fucked up. Just look at this face. Like, it's undeniable. It's undeniable.
And I have said as much to him, and I've given him advice on what to do and told him, hey, come clean. You need to, basically, you broke the golden rule. Don't lie to the internet. They fucking find out. You're lying to autists. Those people with pattern recognition up the fucking wazoo
people like Luther Morgan, I guess, huh? Right, guys? Anyway, so we got that nice felt. I apologize for that. Gonna go through. Also, this is supposed to be the funeral theme. These are supposed to be people who are dying or missing. So there's quartering vlogs, and there's also Styx, X, and Hammer. So this guy hasn't tweeted in about 2 weeks, and if you go to his channel, which we'll do right now, and I did that just to make sure we, give you the most up to date information. He hasn't uploaded in 2 weeks, guys. Like it's fucked. So where is our old friend, the alcoholic bum pirate Styx? I Luther, don't jeer on us. It's my internet, dude. It's not. My internet just went out. It's not my setup. Uh, but it says I'm back now. I apologize. But anyway, uh, yeah, he's been out for 2 weeks. So what are your guys' theories on Styx? I think he's actually 100% homeless. That's my things. I think that he's living on the street because I don't think he's ever been away from the internet this long. You got to remember, this guy's terminally online. He makes all of his money from YouTube. As you can see, he's been wearing the same shirt for 2 weeks in a row. So this is 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So a whole 10 days he was wearing the same. Caesar Hospital, that's worrisome. Jared's attacking my internet. Jared is attacking my internet. It's fucking bullshit. But anyway, it's I think he's homeless. He probably got kicked out of that mentally challenged woman's apartment that he's been staying with, and I think he's living on the streets of New York. That's my best guess. All right. All right. So, we're going through the miscellaneous felts here as well. Going back to the fun stuff. Let's get away from this. Let's get away from this very tragic story of Styx and get to some funny stuff. I don't usually do Melanie Mac stuff just because her voice is so grating and so annoying. I can't really take it. But this is a nice input from our good friend Johnny Junkers here. And dude, look at the fucking hairline. Like it is cooked, buddy. And then this is, of course, brought to us by Hotep. Here's your Melanie Mac cringe for the day. I think it might be due to people calling her a rice burner because I guess she's in an interracial relationship. And it's like, dude, this is what Jeremy would look like if he took the hat off. Like, just shave it. Yeah, the Tim Pool hairline. I think it's probably more depressing than Tim Pool because I think Tim Pool's gone like full Jean-Luc Picard, right? Back there. This guy is just terrible. And we got our first super chat of the night. Thank you so much. Colonel number 5 says, the stream's audio is under attack by Big Cuck Jer. Whoa, buddy. Listen, it wasn't the audio setup this time. It was literally my internet cut out. So I apologize for that. But yeah, let's play this clip, all right?
Race mixing, and I'm actually really, really against it. Like, have you ever thought about, oh man, I'm just gonna mix one?
This is just so fucking cringe. Just don't pay any attention to this stuff. And you see like Melanie Mac, this is supposed to be like her shining moment. She's a real trad wife. I don't know.
Race with the other, and it's never gonna be as good as the original. Never in a million years.
What?
The last time I watched a freaking biathlon, I almost had a seizure with all this cross.
Wow. Pack it up, guys. You got real funny there. Don't quit your day job, bro.
Skiing, I'm like all into it, and then bam, they take out a rifle and they start shooting stuff. It's terrible. Race mixing, awful. Don't do it. Never again.
Tell him, babe.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, so there's your headache-inducing segment. Johnny going for the Mao hairline. Very funny. Very funny. Anyway, so yeah. Just cringe and sad. Like these are people in their mid 40s, guys, and this is how they spend their time responding to people on the internet. All right, and this was a very funny post by Crazy Sharp. Mel's turning her freaking husbands gay, fruity husbands. I enjoy that. Crazy Sharp, he's been really hitting with the Jer stuff lately, so I appreciate that. So moving right along in the miscellaneous felts, I thought this one was very, very funny. This is from Critical Drinker. So we'll go ahead and play this.
Appreciate you, man. What are the oranges for? We'll never know, but I understand there's a great big fat grifting fuck.
It still gets me, guys. It still gets me. We got T Gooch for 10 says race mixing would entail kids. So yeah, exactly. They're childless, so they're not really mixing. They're more like I guess race adjacent, perhaps. I don't really know what the right term is, but anyway, I got to listen to this again. This is so funny. I love the Scottish accent as well. This is both him and race cohabitating. There we go in the kick chat. That's a good one. Yeah, base drinker. I love that in the kick chat. Let's watch this again.
Appreciate you, man. What are the oranges for? We'll never know, but I understand there's a great big fat grifting fuck who's going to answer that for us one day. Yeah, I wonder how the quartering's getting on these days.
just the little smug laugh to himself as well. He takes the sip of the whiskey or whatever this is. It's very funny. So everyone's getting in on it. Everyone's laughing at Jeremy. Yeah, just 100% felt it. All right, moving right along. So we're gonna get into the Alex Jones debate here in just a second, but this one's from friend of the channel, Meme Copium. And this is by far the funniest moment of the debate. So we're just gonna play this, all right?
First of all, I'd love to go to that. I see that's down in Dallas, so maybe we can meet up there, and you could take me out for a fancy steak dinner, and we can wrestle or something like that. But
just look at Alex Jones's face. He's just like, I can't believe this guy's so gay. Oh God, I just love Alex Jones's face. We got Brown53 with a 5 says, Stephen A. Smith saw Johnny Junker's hairline and feels better about himself. Yeah, I know, exactly, right? All forehead. Just I love the look. Let's play it again. I'm gonna lower the audio a little bit here. Just watch Alex's
steak
face.
dinner, and we can wrestle or something like
Wrestle. Why does it have to be wrestling?
that. But I mean,
Look at him. Look at him. He's just looking at like the producer. I can't believe this cuck. That's what he's thinking. Like Alex Jones, he just wears his heart on his sleeve, man. It's so funny. Anyway, yeah, let's get some meat and wrestle. I know it's real. It's really funny. Anyway, so that's the laughs, and now for some facts. Let's go to Germinal Decline here, and Quartering is still wasting money on his channel, trying to revive his failing channel by buying subs. So if you see here from Germinal Decline, congratulations to Jer for gaining 100,000 new subs in the last 9 days. Truly remarkable with no increase in viewership. A mere 77 times increase in sub rate, 80 times increase in subs for views. It's botted, folks. I don't know why he does this, because subs literally don't matter. It's views. Like, views matter and watch time. Subs don't matter. I don't understand. Like, the only reason to pad your stats with subs is if you want to get like maybe big advertisement money, or like sponsorship money, perhaps, something like that. Why would you wait? Or if you're going to sell the channel, maybe there's like some sucker that is lining up to buy Jeremy's channel or something. I don't know. And he's like, I got to inflate my subs. It's just money down the toilet. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So this is just he's speed running the bankruptcy arc, guys. So let's get into the main event, and then we'll get into the felting of Dimfool. I don't think we're going to go through the whole 49 minutes, because a lot of it is just him. Hey, let's agree with Alex Jones. Let's do this. Let's do that. Jeremy says he activates the bot farms. Yeah, I know, right? And just right off the bat, this is from TheQuartering's own channel. And if, yeah, that's why I brought it up here. 23,000 views. And it's been open for like a day. That's fucking depressing. It says, a variant on YouTube with a 5 says, Alex Jones was definitely not down for steak and cuddles. Poor Jer Bear. I know, right? It's tough being Jer. Anyway, so just right off the bat, the first frame, I don't know why he started it this way, but look at his shirt, guys. It's fucked. Like, it's so wrinkled and disheveled, and he has a like Adrian Monk style, like buttoned up to the very top. You know, like, he's a fat guy. Like, the neck, that is the hardest working button in the world, is the button on the top of Jeremy Hambley's dress shirt right here. And he's got like the dog hair all over the microphone. He's on like his shitty webcam. I don't really know why he doesn't get a different shirt, or why he doesn't use his regular streaming setup. It's just bizarre. And why start on this frame? I don't know. So let's watch a little bit of this.
Millions of subscribers, and owner of the coffee brand, coffee.com, and a apolitical coffee company seeking just to get people great coffee. So we're plugging for you, TheQuartering.com. And I like his show. I like his clips.
Okay, so right off the bat, we're starting off with Alex Jones lying. Nobody likes the Quartering, Alex. It's okay. It's okay. You can just say nobody likes him, all right?
Though, if he's not taking Israeli money and not meeting with the Prime Minister of Israel secretly, and I'm not saying he certainly is regarded.
And then we got Ian Marketing with a 5 says, did Jer use a beauty filter for Alex? No, he looks like shit.
Agitating the points, or maybe he just agrees with them. So, Jeremy, good to have you on with us.
Thanks, Alex. It's an honor to be on your show, and I appreciate you taking the time to have me on today and to discuss perhaps
Just look at the difference in aura. He's got like a very nice kind of shiny reflective shirt. He's got his sleeves rolled up. He proudly displays, I guess, a Rolex or a fake Rolex or whatever it is. He has like a nice professional setup and a nice microphone. It's very clean. He's got all these documents on his desk. And then this guy looks like he just teleported straight out of 2015 with his fucked up microphone, his shitty set with the shitty busted up coffee, and the sad like grayness in the beard, and he looks disheveled and nervous. It's just terrible
A small
optics.
disagreement that we have. I think you're right. We agree on 98% of things. And
Just- so the
I'm looking
glazing
forward to this
begins.
opportunity to try and hopefully refocus people, because I think there's a lot of infighting right now going on the right, whatever form of the right you want to talk about.
So it's always infighting. And the YouTube poll, I guess I can close that now. Did Jer have a panic diarrhea before the AJ debate? 95% of people said yes. So to our amazing viewers on YouTube, I think there's a very scientific poll. 95% of people said that Jeremy pooped his pants before, after, or during the debate. So I appreciate the participation in that poll.
And, after Charlie Kirk was assassinated brutally, it was a real opportunity to finally defeat the left. And instead, it seems like the right is more focused on infighting and certain foreign countries. And that's why I'm here. I want to try to hopefully realign together before complete disaster with the midterms and then the 2028 election.
I agree with that. And, early on, because the trannies were saying they were going to kill him and they celebrated.
Sorry, just Alex Jones talking about trannies is funny.
And George Zinn jumped up and, diverted and all that. And a bunch of them turned around instantly cheering. They knew. I was like, no, I don't think it's Israel. And I still can't prove that. That's the majority of people, I think that. And then I get called an Israeli operative for saying, come on, let's look at everything here. But then I learned about Kash Patel killing investigations into foreign involvement from other sources, later directly from Joe Kent, the head of
Looks like he's falling asleep and his beard is so fucked up.
Counterterrorism, and then just everything else. I don't know what happened. I just don't buy the story. And I even told TPUSA highest levels early on, I said, have you asked Kash Patel about the 10 post in the 3 days before in the town saying he'll be dead when he comes here? And then they celebrated it. And he said, yeah, we think they might have known, but we can't convict them, so we're not going to go after him. Well, there's the proof. So why did Kash Patel do that? So I'm in the middle here, not on purpose. I'm usually decisive, but this is such a quagmire, such chaos, that I've criticized a lot of the stuff Candace has said, Egyptian planes and Fort Huachuca, and I get called, but then I've also criticized, people saying, oh, no, it's all open and shut when there's a lot of problems. I mean, so that's where I'm at.
Well, I think where I'm coming from.
So what do you think Jeremy Hambley's response is going to be to that? Because that was a lot to unpack from Alex Jones.
And obviously the bot conversation was not about you. The comment was not about you specifically. And sometimes that gets lost in translation on places like X.
It was. So right out of the bait, Jeremy just hits us with a fucking lie.
It's about anything, Israel bad seems to be heavily bought on X. I have no evidence of that, but that's just my
there's
opinion
definitely forces pushing the anti. The Russians are, the Chinese are, Qatar is. Qatar spends $40 billion a year on propaganda. That's going on. So yeah, definitely the anti-Israel stuff does get pushed.
Well, my concern is that it's being pushed to do exactly this. Now, I find this opportunity, which I'm very grateful for, as a blessing, because it's my hope that maybe we can work together to point out the fact that there very clearly is a
He just has like the receipts ready to go, ready to felt Jer. Very funny. Maybe the Pakistani bots are asleep. Alex, as a daily viewer, I have personally tuned out since you've been on this. Okay, so I'm not reading that wrong. It's just written poorly. Killed Charlie Kirk nonsense. I'll tune back in when you come back to your senses.
Concerted effort to divide the right. Now, you've gone from a staunch Trump supporter to somebody who's been critical of him, and I think many of the criticisms you've
he has multiple copies
laid at the Trump administration's feet is valid. I don't support Trump attacking you, calling you low IQ or whatever stupid personal attacks he gave out.
Oh, so now Jeremy's coming to Alex Jones's defense.
And you're right to be mad about that. But I'm concerned that you're getting a little like when you tweeted, "I believe Israel was involved." Has that changed? Do you still believe that Israel was involved? Because I think that is the core wedge issue on the right now, when we should be focusing on the left, who is laying back.
He's so petty that he just puts like a little Hitler
And
mustache
continues
on
to be demonic
Netanyahu.
and continues to want us dead. And they are just gathering power across this country. We see Muslims winning elections in Michigan. Texas is being overrun by Muslims. You guys are having more Islamic foot washing stations in there. People aren't talking about that. They're talking about, whether or not the Jews killed Charlie Kirk.
Well,
which
I am talking about
Islamic.
I am talking about Islamic foot washing stations.
Yeah, so we got Cyber with a 10. Thank you so much. Says Jer actually proposes Alex Jones take him out for a steak dinner and then wrestle afterwards. IDK, if you've come across that yet. Yeah, we covered that at the top of the top of the stream, because that's by far the funniest part of this. Oh, holy shit, we got 2,000 viewers on YouTube, and I am being told my mic is a little bit low. I apologize for that. I will boost it up. Thank you.
The giant Islamic invasion
You are.
of Spain.
Yeah.
And then when I do, people go, why aren't you just attacking Israel? I cover China. I cover Israel. I cover the UK trying to pass internet ID laws in the US. I'm against any foreign group manipulating our country.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, everyone is. What a brave stance you took, Jer.
But I think when you say stuff like people are mad at me when I say this, it makes me concerned that you're worried about what people think. And that's not the old Alex Jones I know. I think you were on the right path when you were debunking a lot of this crazy conspiracy theories. There's zero evidence connecting Israel. Look, I'm sure they've done a lot of bad stuff. I'm not a pro-Israel guy. I think we're both the same here. I'm America first, America only. I don't care about Israel. I don't care about Qatar. I don't care about Germany. I care about American citizens in America, just like those people in Israel, Qatar, and Germany would care about their own citizens. But I have a problem. I have a real concern with people getting sucked in to what I believe is a concerted effort to divide the right. And I feel like some people are getting sucked into it because they see all the interaction and they see how popular this stuff is on X. And so they think, well, maybe I'm wrong. They gaslight themselves because, the bot army, I mean, who benefits from dividing the
Jer, so this is why I put that germinal decline clip in before this, because when Jeremy talks about the fucking bot army, what a piece of, like, this guy is projection up the ass every single goddamn day. Jeremy, you use bots. You use Pakistani bots. I'm doing an investigation right now into who's buying ads for Coffee Brand Coffee, because some of those names that show up on that list are very funny. And we got some support over on the YouTube chat. Cyber with 5 says, didn't Jared said he never been MAGA? I know, right? He was never MAGA, exactly. Then we got, is it too late to join the chat? And then thank you for the 2. It says, Luther, when's the investigation into Jared's $200,000 torn jeans marketing job? Not buying it? Obviously, that's embellished, all right?
right now. And that's what we should really be asking ourselves, not whether or not Candace Owens' absurd lies about Tyler Robinson are true or not. She should be ignored completely because she is clearly driven to destroy the right and perpetrating her narrative, which is, of course...
So this is fucking Quartering's trying to just blame it all on Candace.
Exclusively. Anybody who's looking at this honestly is that Israel killed Charlie Kirk. She's had a bunch of offshoots from that, but that is the core tenet of what she is claiming, and that is why I believe it's also artificially inflated on multiple places.
Okay, well,
Even
I'm just being
Hassan
honest
Piker.
when I point out, we'll get to Hassan Piker in a moment, frothing communist Islamicist.
You gotta love the old AJ, huh?
But I just call the balls and strikes. So when you say people get pissed off at me at one thing or the other, I don't care, but I do mention what people are saying because I'm into what the population thinks. So any implication that I go with what pressure is the opposite. I neurotically do whatever I believe is real. There's not even, my brain doesn't even ever think about pulling back from pressure. In fact, I tend to go into pressure. But that said, people go, well, what's up? You expose Israel financing all this propaganda in America, and you expose the other. Which side are you on? I'm on the side of being aware of this. So yeah, it's known that Qatar spends all this money. It's known these other people do, but so does Israel, is my point. And then you've got Tim Pool saying Alex must have gotten the call.
Get him, AJ. Get him, go after the Tim Pool. Let's go.
I'm wondering, he needs a name from who? Because I didn't get a call, as Tim admits, from Netanyahu to meet secretly with him. And then when it came out, Tim said, yeah, I did meet, but it's secret what we said, Chatham House rules. So nobody's got me meeting with people secret. No one can find it. If they ever do, it's AI. It's not real.
We got Baked Boots with the 2 says you missed a few supers. I apologize. I don't want to. We have a lot of people in here. I want to get through the clip. I apologize if I missed your super chat.
I am funded by the listeners. I mean, I can even get a lot of great sponsors, but quite frankly, I'm so busy. You got to court them. You got to jack with it. It's a big hassle. I'd rather just sell cool stuff and not jack around with a bunch of sponsors.
Hey, Coffee Brand Coffee would sponsor you, man.
Well, let's go.
He's just so fucking desperate, isn't he? Well, Alex Jones doesn't need you. Holy shit, we got 5,000 kicks. Starving African Children says, thanks for the show, Luther. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Yeah, he's so like Quartering just so fucking desperate for Coffee Brand Coffee. He wants anybody, anything, and holy shit, we go over 2,000 people on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us on Luther Morgan channel.
Oh, so but the whole point is that oh, and I will tell you, I like your little thing claiming Rex, my son, who I love and is really smart. You think Rex tells me what to say?
just based Alex Jones. Where he's like, oh, you think my son tells me what to do? Who do you think taught him everything? Who do you think showed him the ropes of show business? It was me. It was me all along. You fucking clown.
I think Rex is my Gormer worm tongue or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's Rex, but I'm just
no, you don't know anything.
Also, just like you, I read.
So you're saying what
posts.
Tim said? I get a call. I get calls.
No, I don't think you got a call. I think that if most people watching you would agree with me when I say that you took a hard 180 about a few months ago. Now,
well, the only calls I listen to are the hot women. I mean, seriously, I'm not.
So what the Quartering's talking about with the fucking 180 is, I guess, in Quartering's mind, Alex Jones turned his back on Donald Trump. But it's like, if you followed Alex Jones, and I've followed Alex Jones as an entertainer, not as a source of information, but as an entertainer since, I don't know, maybe 2007, 2008. And he was super against the Bushes. Like, I think the first Alex Jones video I watched, I was over at a friend's house. This is a Unc Luther section of the show, where it was a video about the Denver airport. If you guys remember the Denver airport conspiracy. And this was like at the time when you would go over to friends' houses and they would show you videos. It wouldn't just pop up on your YouTube feed. So anyone who's familiar with Alex Jones knows that he goes after Republicans all the time. Like, he went after Mitt Romney all the time. And during Trump's first term, he went after Trump all the time. But for Jeremy, who's just started his political journey literally 5 minutes ago, he doesn't know any of that history. He doesn't know anything about Alex Jones, really, when it comes to, Trump or whatever.
There's nobody. No, I'm joking. Of course not.
You look great, Alex, by the way.
The point is, thank you. You look great, too. The point is that...
Just felting Jer. You look great. Good one, Alex.
Is that I'm not getting calls from politicos because they know it goes into a black hole. Okay.
I believe you. I believe you 100%. But when you look at the public perception, and perception is reality, and I believe that you are a truthful man.
No, not necessarily. Reality is reality, but whatever.
And that you're just following your gut. People are allowed to change their opinions. People are allowed to, wholeheartedly support Trump.
But I have mixed feelings about Israel. I'm not for the Muslims. I don't want to blow Israel up, but I also don't want Israel claiming I'm a terrorist, need to be taken off the air, the Netanyahu crowd. I mean, I understand Netanyahu is only one permutation of Israel. I get that.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to explain he got the call thing. I think Tim was probably being tongue-in-cheek there, although I can't speak for him. But I'm saying that
oh my God, look at the hair, guys. It's terrible. He shouldn't turn his head from side to side, should he?
There's a perception that Alex Jones has changed, and you can read it in the comments. You read your comments, whether it doesn't matter. People say, oh, like when I came out and said Candace Owens is literally demonically possessed.
Now he's going back to the Candace.
Wait, an opinion we both shared at one point. I lost a lot of viewers. A lot of people called me all sorts of names. They said I was funded by Israel. I get the same nonsense that you do with that. Now, nobody on the planet is under the level of stress and attack that Alex Jones is and your team and your company.
The glazing begins.
And I've defended you for an extremely long time, and I will continue to do so regardless of how this conversation goes.
Because you're a clout-chasing little bitch. Is that it? It's the same way that you swept for Boogie, the same way you sweep for everyone else. Enjoying the live 2K bots. Thank you for the 2.
Because you're the greatest of all time that's ever done this. You're allowed to change your opinion, but the perception is reality. And the perception is there was a hard turn.
You're never going to please everybody. I don't know why Jer's so caught up on this. I don't get it. I really don't. Yeah, kiss the ring, Jer. Exactly. Why does he care so much what people think of Alex? I know, right? It doesn't make any sense. I honestly don't know.
A few months ago, and people are just trying to understand that, because a lot of us have followed you for many, many years through thick and thin. You've been right about way more than you've ever been wrong about. But people are concerned when it looks like, and again, perception is just reality.
That's like his trigger phrase this stream. It's like, what, the 5th time he said that?
When you're boosting Candace Owens' theories and you're talking about that, I get now that you've added the context. You're saying, hey, I don't know.
This is just so kingly of Alex to keep putting this back on stream. All of the Jeremy attacks on Alex, and now that they're on the stream together, he just cowers in fear to the manly to the king at AJ.
Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. But let me ask you, as of today, from vacillating back and forth because you're unsure, what do you believe is more likely? Do you believe that Tyler Robinson, a trans dating leftoid who engraved the bullets like every trans shooter in history, do you believe that he killed Charlie Kirk, or that Israel did, or the Jews?
Whenever I said I think Israel factors into it at some point.
So we got Kaiser Congrats here with 2 says 2 obese balding alcoholics walk into a bar. Well, the thing is, like, Alex Jones is actually fun and talented, and Jeremy's just a cuck. So
If the U.S. government did it, I don't think they would do that on our soil without the U.S. government involved. Kind of like 9/11, where the stand down bare minimum was Netanyahu was in power at the time, and George W. Bush, and so the two kind of worked in concert, at least with the official story blaming Iraq. That's now come out that they knew wasn't true. And so when I said $10,000 if you can show me saying the Jews killed Charlie Kirk, I never said that. I said clearly now I think Israel, in some permutation in the politics of this, is involved because the text messages that were released of him, saying Israel's mad at me, the Jewish lobby is mad at me. But if you want to know why I'm upset at Trump.
Yeah, intense head nod. Yeah, I know, right? What's interesting is Jeremy hasn't checked his pulse, and he had because when you look at these clips and analyze these clips, it's not just what's going on, it's also what's not going on that I think is interesting. And Jeremy isn't checking his pulse, he isn't moving his head around a whole bunch. So when he's on air and when he knows he's on air, he really tries to put forward like this public thing, this public face, this strong face.
It's that sea of red, future slide as market wakes up to soaring bond yields and diesel prices. Agriculture commodity prices break out as JP Morgan food crisis warning gets louder. Foreign holdings of U.S. Treasuries fall in June, led by Japan, UK, China. I mean, this U.S. housing starts plummet in July, 12+%. I mean, this ain't good. And this is what economists told me was going to happen if we did this war. So I am pissed about the fact that Trump's economic recovery plan was the best. That's why I was a total cheerleader. And then when he started getting off of that, I've gotten really, really, really upset about America is on the verge of bankruptcy. And this war alone will derail that. And now we're seeing not just that as a...
So Alex Jones hit him with like 3 things. Here's all the crisis, the war, Trump, and the debt. And let's see what Jer's response is to like this very, very complicated compound sentence.
It's now coming true.
I totally agree with you. Even I started out more of a, well, you blow up a few things and move on. This is going to be whatever. And now it's dragged out much longer, as you did.
This is 100%. What are we living in 1984? Jeremy, you wanted them to invade and take over Tehran. Like you were, Bill Crystal maxing. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Dick. But my question remains, do you think that Israel was involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination or not? That is, I think, what most people want to know.
I'm not dodging the question. No, I don't have any proof that Israel was involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination. And I said that early on, like 3 days in, they said Israel did it. And I said, we don't even know what happened here. And so what I know is the official story is not true. What I know is it's got more holes in it than Swiss cheese. And then every
Okay.
time I cover real stuff, no one seems to care, both on,
Right.
the people defending the official story and then, Candace Owens and them. Like, I was told by people in
Yeah.
the cabinet meeting 6 days after they had a meeting, it was like 8 days after, it was 6 days after they had the meeting, that Patel comes in and says, we're not looking at foreign involvement. That's orders from Trump. We're not looking at domestic involvement. And it was later confirmed and came out. So I'm just saying, when you've got that, and the same FBI that said, oh, the Epstein killed himself and wasn't a human trafficker.
We got Jimmy Touchdown with a 5 says, what's wrong with Jer's potato camera? Did he have to sell his DSLR? Did he break it filming the bull? It's possible that it broke during the filming with the bull, but I really don't know why he plugged in like this 2013 camera. I don't know. Maybe it's just to make himself, maybe he thought that he looked bad in high resolution because like the dandruff and the hair is going to show up.
Those girlfriends in prison for it. And by the way, here's the unedited video, and it's all edited showing he killed himself. It doesn't show him kill himself. I'm just saying, I don't believe anything they say, so I'm not mad at people that don't believe it.
Yeah, that's where my position is too. I obviously believe this is just nonsense that a foreign country that Charlie Kirk was very clearly loyal to killed him. But we agree on that. We can move on from that. What I'm really curious about.
So like the debate is over, basically. Like Jeremy just concedes. Alex Jones just says no, and then Jeremy just says okay, and then just moves on. So like from this point onward, there's really no debate. It's just it's just the quartering sucking Alex Jones off. Like that's what the remainder of this what is it, 30 minutes is going on for.
If it's okay, if we can just have a talk as I'm not a peer, you're on a different level.
Oh,
than
stop
me.
that.
Just Alex Jones just sniffs that out immediately.
All humans are peers, and that's not going to get you. Seriously. No,
Sure.
I'm just a regular guy, just like everybody else. My issue is I've really tried to call balls and strikes. The Charlie Kirk assassination gives me a headache because I can usually figure stuff out. The more I investigate, the more it gets confusing. This is a giant black hole.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are questions about the case that I hope
he moved his neck around just a little bit, then he restrained himself again.
Will be answered at the actual trial. I myself did not believe we'd ever even get to the pre-trial. I thought he would get something would magically happen to him while he was in prison, and we would never get answers. Yeah, and to me, I want to get your opinion. I know you've shared it before, but I'm curious. So you're a Christian man. You go to
oh my God, glazing with the religion again. We got Orlando Dove Vasquez says for 2. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Yep. I think the same as you. Yeah, I know. That's basically what its remainder of it. I wanted to get to the part where he was where that like kind of gay moment where he suggested to go out for steak.
Church, just like I do. I've only recently found God back in, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. I started going back to church and I haven't stopped since.
Virtual church doesn't count, Jeremy.
In December, everybody was in agreement about this. What do you make of the larger picture of dividing the right? In my opinion, TPUSA, a Christian organization, Erica Kirk, a blameless victim in a horrific murder of her husband and the father of her children.
Why does he keep bringing this up? I really don't know.
What do you make of the people profiteering off of that?
That's you. That's you, Jeremy. Every single fucking day, that's you. Making money off of Charlie Kirk's dead body, that's you. How many fucking videos have you made about Charlie Kirk? You were making 2-3 videos a day about Charlie Kirk at your peak. Jeremy, look in the mirror. Wake up.
Spreading things they know are.
Oh my God. We got Scron down with a 5 says, yes, Jared, perception is reality. When you're drunken on pills, you're actually a more in shape, non-poop pants intellectual king. Thank you for the 5. I enjoyed that comment. And we got Dr. Quasar up with a 5 says, amazing. No sniffs or pulse checks by Jer during this entire debate in quotation marks. Yeah, I know. Maybe pop some extra Zans. I don't know.
True. Do you think?
Oh, he's moving his head around a little bit.
What do you think they're motivated by? Is it just clicks? Or is it a genuine effort to divide the right?
That's you. That's you, Jeremy.
I'm so, when you say your head
let me be
hurts
100% clear. No, I hear you. Let me be 100% clear. There's propaganda from all angles.
Yes.
Erica Kirk, a week after he dies, in black hot leather pants with fireworks shooting off. Terrible look. I called them and told their head PR guy, this is a really bad idea. I said, what are you doing? There's no doubt TPUSA did a great job getting young voters registered to vote Republican. There's no doubt that the Democrats are having everybody on and boosting this, and Google is boosting.
Luther's PPP maxing. I wasn't even trying, but it's like it's him. Like, and I'm trying not to yell into the mic. We got Jimmy Touchdown for two says he ends up on his knees like you know who the bull. Come on, I can't say that, but thank you for the two.
And look, I'm still banned on YouTube. Nothing against Candace. She is not just on YouTube. She is boosted. So just
Why do you
because
think
that's
that
all,
is, Alex?
well, no. Just because I say all that on air. Going back to Jeremy of TheQuartering.com, moving away from the black hole. This is Charlie Kirk assassination. So sad. We can get into that more if you want. Just in general, what do you think Trump should do to try to win the midterms and pivot away? I mean, obviously, in this war, well, Netanyahu doesn't want this war ended.
All right. So this is just we're gonna cut it off here because this is just they go back and forth where Alex Jones brings something up and then Jeremy just says, "Oh yeah, I agree. You're absolutely right, Alex. I love it." So we're gonna move on to the Dimfool Feltning here just a second. We got Aurelius with a 14 says, "I really hate his Christian grift. I actually am one of those traditional Catholics. Going on Zoom doesn't cut it. It'd be like me cheating on Lent. Those 40 days are brutal." Yeah, it's either real or it's not real. It matters or it doesn't matter. And for Jeremy, it doesn't matter. It's just all performative. We already got to like the really, really funny part, which was kind of like his wanting to take Jeremy out for a gay steak dinner and a wrestle afterwards. And it's not really a debate. So there's really nothing here. There's really no material here. We're moving on to the Dim Fool segment. So oh, excuse me. Before I do that, this is an amazing quote by Kino Grove here. "I can't see the chat, so I don't care." As Jer rants for 30 minutes about fellow conservatives, it's just a really terrible stream. Just go check out Kino Grove for these amazing clips, okay? And we got so here's Tim Pool, and Tim Pool has been on a tear recently with like just the king of hot takes, like the worst takes that you've ever heard in your fucking life. So this is just a select tweet that I found from a couple days ago where he has this TV doctor on saying that therapy doesn't do anything. We got Mundo with a 2 says, "Jeremy like, woo, Alex, I love it. Yeah, nice." Yeah, maybe that's where Jeremy he copied that from Melanie Mack, where it's like all you have to do is just say "Wow, nice," and then
men don't need therapy. My claim.
Yeah, so it's funny because even though I am a clinical psychologist, to be honest, I'm almost embarrassed to say it.
So I looked this lady up. She is a TV doctor. Okay, she's just like Dr. Phil or whatever. They have books to sell. They have TV shows to sell, podcasts to sell. I doubt she has a real clinical practice, and she's from Manhattan, New York. All right, so that's just this lady's thing
these days because I'm starting to think that maybe you're right. Maybe men don't.
More Jer. We're gonna circle back around to Jer because we're gonna get into the Tim Pool segment, and then it's gonna be the civil war between Tim Pool and Alex, and then Jeremy has to choose who is his daddy, Pool or Alex Jones. All right, so we're gonna circle back to old Jer.
Need therapy, and frankly, maybe women and children don't really need it either. The way that it's being practiced today. So Matt Walsh did this really great. He did a few episodes on this in the past several months.
Yeah, everyone's favorite clinical psychologist and doctor, Matt Walsh.
It's about really some lack of integrity issues within the field of psychology. And he pointed out, for example, whether it be other fields like, cardiology or, neonatology or, medicine, we've come up with penicillin. We've had
Penicillin was invented almost 100 years ago, by the way.
Heart surgery. All the other fields have had all these amazing breakthroughs and discoveries. Whereas psychologists and psychiatry doesn't honestly really seem to be coming up with anything.
Doesn't come up with anything? Are you fucking insane? Like, have you been to, like, look at pictures of mental hospitals in the 1950s and then look at them now. Like, there's so many. I know, obviously, these drugs get prescribed way too much, but if you look at antidepressants, like, the only thing we had for people with depression in the past was electroshock therapy. Look at people with schizophrenia. They can live normal, productive lives now with psychotropic drugs and other things. They couldn't do that back in the 1950s. So it's like they're just talking out of their ass. And like this lady, as a physician, as a so-called psychiatrist, not understanding Not understanding that is just despicable. And yeah, no more lobotomies in 2026. Exactly.
And in fact, we've been responsible for some of the worst stuff. Like, this is the industry that, you know, brought you, say, the trans ideology,
Right, because there was no trans. It was all made up by doctors.
or lobotomies, or even
Oh my God. Even at the time, lobotomies were bunk science. And there were many, many people who wanted that guy's medical license pulled. It was like 2 guys that lobotomized all those people.
frankly a lot of this SSRI stuff,
Wow.
which, you know, there's some real questions. Matt Walsh mentioned that Nature magazine, even in 2022, ran a huge piece about questioning, are these drugs even helping people at all? And so I think that these are all very good questions.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So anyway, we got Cyber with a 10 Canadian says there are sincere and genuine problems with this modern psychotherapeutic practice. Yeah. There's also tons of like the real grift is also people who don't want you to stop coming to them. That's also the part where like they won't put you on medication, but they want you to just keep coming back to therapy. And it's like maintenance. It's like oil changes. They don't want you to get better. Uh, anyway. So yeah, these are the hot takes, and this is the lady over here, clinical psychologist, USA Today best-selling author. So she couldn't even get on like the New York Times list. Anyway, so here we get to the this is the dim fool on this Jubilee show. It's one of these like debate me, bro, style shows where people are just you know
Would be
the
civil
hot
war.
take
However,
kings.
Tracking,
Oh,
we'll make
sorry.
my point. Tracking towards it. I've not said that it
Why
will
can't I
happen.
pause this?
Although there have been many people who have said that.
Getting felted by X here. But yeah, so this is where he's like, I guess David going into the lion's den with all these libtards, and he's supposed to dunk on them, and he's going to talk about the Civil War. We got Luxfer with a 10, excuse me. Drugs are still medicine and hard science, not psychology. I agree with her, but to an extent, yes, there are things that are totally overblown, but just to say that there's been no advancements in 100 years is just bullshit insane to me. All right, so here we got Tim Pool on Jubilee, and he's gonna get really, really mad and then just storm off like a little bitch when this progressive guy with one arm, you know, this is like the guy who killed Dr. Kimball's wife in The Fugitive. That's who's gonna felt Tim Pool.
U.S. academics describe the period that we're in as civil strife, meaning there's a criteria of death that has occurred for political reasons over the past year or years, for which the next phase would be civil war. However, we'll make my point, tracking towards it, I've not said that it will happen, although
He's absolutely done that. Yeah, I don't like Tim, but I hate libtards. Yeah. He's absolutely talked about the Civil War. He's brought on people on his show who've predicted a civil war. There was that guy, What If Alt Hist. He said that the Civil War was supposed to happen like 2 years ago, and then he just never challenged him. I know, he never takes the stupid beanie off as well. Like, it is August. It is August, sir, and you're wearing a flannel shirt and a beanie. It doesn't make any sense. He just wears like these same like 3 flannel shirts all the time. It's really, really bizarre.
there's been many people who have said that we are in a cold civil war or some kind of cultural civil war. I always
A cold civil war. So we're not at war. It's just people arguing on the internet. That's the culture war, Tim. That's not the definition of a civil war.
caveat, because I don't actually have a strong prediction.
First of all, you do have a strong prediction if you've been saying this since 2019. There's
Just felt it.
Reading articles.
The one-arm man's gonna take him down.
people can look this up. There's 42 of your titles that have the word Civil War in it
Correct.
with big fonts on the front.
They sure do.
So why is that? It's sensationalist. It's easy to get
Yes.
clicks on that. There's a reason why you say it, because it's very profitable for your business.
Not
But there's
He's just stun locked. He doesn't know what to say. Only use me hand.
We have
There comes a point-
1,600
Tim
episodes
Pool,
of just
Tim
IRL.
Pool. There comes a point where people stop taking your predictions seriously.
Are you going to make an
If you've
argument,
said-
or are you mad at me?
I'm not mad at you. I'm
Okay,
trying to
then let's make an
explain.
argument about
Look, he's getting so pissy. He's like, why am I up for debate? Why won't you just accept my claims? And the guys who do these shows, right? It's to dunk on these libtards, to clip farm it. Tim Pool knew exactly what he's going into. He knew exactly what he was getting into, and then he's confronted now, and he can't get out of it. We got Darker with a 5 pound says, you know why he's fucking embarrassed of his disgusting hairline? Yeah, he takes that beanie off. He's going to look like Jared Johnny Junkers. I know. Tim is seething. I know. he doesn't have his Baldo washers there. He doesn't have control of the set. You know, he's on somebody else's set, and he's in a situation. He's up against a wall, and he doesn't know what to do because he's just not used to people talking back to him. Because in his kingdom, in the Beanie Bunker, his word is gospel. And unlike Charlie Kirk and unlike Steven Crowder, when they went to those universities and would like dunk on the libtards, right? They would, you know, they at least had control of the edit. So even if they got felted, they could just edit it out. Well, Tim Pool's on somebody else's show. He can't do it.
We are tracking. No. If you're making an argument you don't
Tim.
like my thumbnails or you sort of say my name over and over again.
I'm saying that you say bullshit in order to get money. But what?
Just felted by the one-armed man. We got Greasy Skullet for a 5. Yeah, you know, that's what Tim Pool has under there.
What I really think is
let me ask you a question.
predictions.
Let me ask you a
Tim,
question. You
Because like the I kid you not, the title of this video was moderate versus I think 20 liberals, and Tim Pool's gonna say, oh well, they were hardcore progressive socialists. Like that should make it even easier to dunk on them.
I will agree with you that there's increased polarization. I would attribute a lot of that to people being specifically online.
Let me ask.
Yeah, it's people online, terminally online, who think the Civil War is going to happen because it's just people arguing with each other on Twitter.
Less interaction with people that are in different camps.
Let me ask you a question.
But you're going to sit here and tell me that we're way more polarized than fucking Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, who like shot.
All right, we got Mookie Maga the 2 said he should sell the Beanie brand beanies. I'm surprised he doesn't have that merch. Tim Pool's gay for 2. Okay, I appreciate that. And then imagine getting beard and hair mogged by a libtard for 2. Yeah, I know, right?
Each other with their disagreements. You're going to tell me that Andrew Jackson, who's the sitting president,
do you want to have a conversation, or are you just going to be angry?
Polarization?
Why was Aaron Danielson shot in the chest twice?
Sorry?
Why was Aaron Danielson shot in the chest
I'm not
twice?
disagreeing that.
So this is what Tim Pool does, and what a lot of these online grifters do is they take isolated incidents and then they attribute it to like some major thing that's going on throughout the entire country. It's like somebody got murdered. Like that happens all the time. That's happened throughout every single part of American history. People have been murdering each other. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. Like if you actually study history, it's like there's way more political assassinations, especially high profile, in the 1960s, which was a very turbulent time for America. There was also another culture war going on in the 60s. Didn't bring us to a brink of civil war. We were way more divided back in the 60s than we are now. And it was also totally intergenerational as well.
Political violence is taking place in question.
You say Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, but then
we got Dark Dimmy with a 2 says this guy's destroying Dim Fool. I know.
I ask you,
it's sad. Like a run-of-the-mill progressive guy with one arm could completely demolish Dim Fool.
Question about an assassination. You defer.
Where you can say that
Let me
there's
ask you a
civil
question.
war every fucking year, and it doesn't happen. And
I
you're gonna
never
say,
said
it just
there
hasn't
was.
happened yet.
Let me ask you a
Or
question.
if it does happen, you say, see, I've had it all
Let me
along.
ask you a
You
question.
are the same thing as like the
Let me
Christian rapture
ask you
people
a
who say
question.
that the rapture's coming every fucking year,
Are
and when
you-
it doesn't happen, it's
do you want a
like, oh, it's just not
soapbox?
happening.
Do you want me to get you a
I'm just saying,
soapbox?
He's just seething. Don't you know what you're getting into, Tim? Like, that's what these shows are. They're just yelling matches. They're not legitimate debates. We got Jimmy Touchdowns for 2 says, why is Tim Pool debating Jer's Bull? We got Clinton with a, I guess, New Zealand buck says, imagine Jer's reaction if Mel left Johnny for Tim. I know, that would be really hard.
Really
I can leave.
easy.
You want me to
It's
go?
really easy to
You want
like
me
do
to
what
leave?
you do.
It's so female coded. What? Just so passive aggressive. Well, if you're just gonna talk, I'm just gonna leave.
It's really easy to do what you do. Like you literally just say, the Civil War is happening next year. Civil War is happening next year. It's coming. Make sure you subscribe to.
The guy who killed Richard Kimball's wife just mogged him. I know. What? I don't understand it. Like, there's only 2 things that you can do if you are in this kind of a situation. It's either you have to match his energy and yell back, because that's all these shows are yelling matches between political people. All right. Or you have like the Jordan Peterson strategy where you kind of sit back, you stay cool. Okay. And then you make the other person look like a hyper aggressive asshole because they're breaking all the rules and decorum of the debate. And Tim Pool couldn't do either one. He can't take the heat, and he's way too combative and emotional to be like the calm, reserved debate person.
Timcast. Continue to watch my videos, please. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram.
I just love how Tim Pool has left the debate and this guy is looking right in the camera and just felting him again and again and again. Very, very funny. Tim Pool got felted by a one-armed man. Yes, I guess it's a one-handed man. He's technically has an arm, and I'm not making fun of this guy's disability. I think it's fucking funny. All right. So anyway, so this is Tim Pool. After the debate, he had to, go into his little coat box. So he went on Steven Crowder's show. He's the failed child actor, gay theater kid from Quebec, and Timcast is, I expressed to it, at least a lot of people there, if anybody wants to do a stunt like they did with Ben Shapiro, I'm just going to get up and walk away. Like forewarning, I'm not going to sit here and just tolerate a gay screaming in my face. But, people are supposed to tolerate you screaming in their face. We get Dark with a 2 says, all shit aside, him walking out should seal his career. So let's watch Tim Pool coping on the Steven Crowder show, all right? And this is from Steven Crowder's actual Twitter.
Let me ask you, Tim Pool, did you in fact rage quit? Is that how you would describe it from the flip?
So he's doing, like, I guess it's supposed to be a Christoph Waltz impersonation. Steven, I emotionally abused my wife, Crowder. Yeah, how Steven Crowder still has a career in right-wing media, I don't know. Aside from, like, the messy divorce, he's actually used lawfare against people. I forget the guy's name, but his name was Not Gay Jared. This is many, many years ago, where Not Gay Jared worked for Steven Crowder, then he quit the show, and it was supposed to be very, very amicable. And then, obviously, Steven Crowder was going through his divorce, and Not Gay Jared and Crowder's ex-wife were, like, talking about how shitty Steven Crowder was, and then that information somehow got out to Steven. So then Steven decided to sue this guy to silence him and shut him up, and, like, sue him for defamation or breach of contract, something incredibly stupid. But it's not defamation because it was never public. It was just a private conversation between two people. We got Craig Shepard with a 2 says, one hand guy is going on Tim's show this week in West Virginia. That's funny. Maybe we'll have to cover that show. But yeah, it's like you're using lawfare to shut people up because they're making fun of you during your divorce. But he's a real free speech warrior, guys.
Per kid.
No, I mean, a rage quit would be I'm flabbergasted.
Rage quit would mean I just walked off the set. Oh, wait, shit. That's exactly what I did. We got Flatman Official for 2 says, Jot here, self-recording, suffer Tim Pool. Yeah, I know, right?
Stuttering. I have nothing to say. And I have to storm off. But
that's exactly what happened. You got flustered and you couldn't take it. Like, you just couldn't. You could dish it out, but you can't take it. You couldn't match his energy. And you knew that he was right, that you grift off the Civil War all the time. You had no comeback. And you weren't in your protected beanie bunker where your ball washers just bow down to you.
It's funny if you watch it. I think I asked him, can I ask you a question, like 6 times? Mm-hmm. And he just won't stop. So here's the other thing.
Yeah, because you weren't answering.
I had expressed to at least some of the people there, if anybody wants to do a stunt like they did with Ben Shapiro, I'm going to get up and walk off.
All these things are just yelling matches between political autists. That's all the show is. It's just Jerry Springer. Imagine going on the Jerry Springer show and saying, listen, if somebody yells at me, I'm just going to walk off. Like, dude, you know what you were there for. You were there to clip farm these libtards. You weren't expecting them to fight back. And they fought back, and you got felted. It got a little too real, didn't it, Tim?
Like, forewarning. This is not me, oh no, like the show's over. It was basically, like, my mentality is, when that trans man just
look at his eyes here, very sinister looking face.
Berated Ben and Ben just sat there. You create a clip that goes viral on the left, and what does Ben get for being there? And so I said,
Well, he looked like so what he's referring to, this is like deep internet lore. This is maybe like 10 years ago, back when Ben Shapiro was still relevant. I should have brought the clip up, but it was Ben Shapiro was on doing like maybe a Canadian news show, and there was like a towering transgender man or woman, whatever we want to call it. She was, she was 6'3", like former Army Marine or whatever. And then of course, Ben Shapiro's like 5'6". And then she actually physically threatened Ben Shapiro on the air. And that's not a debate. Like, I don't know if he should have stuck around. We got Silky Johnson for 2. Tim should have attacked this stubborn one. Hey, thanks for the 2. But anyway, but he got clipped, and yeah, Ben Shapiro's not 5'10" in Kick Chat. I saw that. He's like 5'4", maybe 5'6" at best. It's ma'am. Yeah, it was basically like it's one of those it's ma'am type guys, or excuse me, transgender individuals, whatever. And that wasn't the situation with Tim Pool. He just couldn't go toe to toe with this guy.
I'll get up and leave so that the clip's going to go both ways, right?
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and just tolerate a guy screaming in my face.
You went on a
He's
screaming
going to get his
show.
viral clip no matter what he does. I'm going to get mine too. And so
It was a terrible clip. You look like a little bitch because you just got up and walked out because he called you out. And then even after you left the room, he just turned to the camera and just kept pounding you.
I would describe the whole thing as very WWE-esque in that there's a general
No shit.
understanding this is made for TV. It's not really a debate.
Yeah, no kidding, Tim. So this is more Tim coping. This is his reasoning for going on the show. This is on Tim Pool's official Twitter. Breaking through to default libs is important. Leftists will lie about you and your positions. A way to combat that is going on shows that default libs actually watch, which is just pure copium. We're going to get into it. Flatman with another 2 says, Jared rolled over and showed his others to appeal. Yeah, I know. We went already over that on the show. Thank you for the 2.
There are a lot of liberals, default libs, as Breitbart called them. Yep. They don't watch my show. They don't watch your show, but they'll watch Jubilee. And then it's going to get interesting when I say something.
He's still wearing the same shirt. I don't know if this was filmed on the same day, but he just wears the same clothes all the time.
Something like, I'm in favor of migration. It's just when you have uncontrolled migration and open borders, you will get suffering. The migrants won't be able to assimilate properly, find jobs. Where these people have been, there's a guy I'm working with.
Crowder looks so bored.
Recently, who's not a political guy. And he said, my friend sends me a message saying that you want to deport every single migrant, even legal residents, that you're a white supremacist. And I said, yeah, they're making that up. I want those default libs to watch the Jubilee thing and be like, what do you mean? Tim Pool said he likes immigration. What are you talking? You're lying.
Oh, yeah. Just a totally reasonable debate. You're totally swaying the masses by going on a internet blood sport style show. So here's more Tim Pool coping.
It's TV. What I will say is it's TV, guys. It is not it's not a real debate, right? These people had plans for getting viral clips.
Yeah, no shit, Tim. So did you. You thought you were going to go on. Why were you there then? You were on that show because it was easy people that you thought they were stupid and that you're so high and mighty and that you could clip farm them and you got felted. And I'm sure there's other clips from that debate that I did see where Tim Pool did kind of dunk on them, but it wasn't the final blow. It's not the intellectual rhetorical kill shot that he thought it was.
I think the producers actually tried really hard to make it more of a conversation and debate. And so, in between claims, you'll get the producer be like, guys, like, we want to keep the focus. One of the complaints the producers had was that they kept trying to clip me instead of actually having a conversation. Meaning, like in that clip when I said, are you going to talk about the...
So Tim Pool said, this isn't a real debate. It's just a clip farm. And then he goes there and he's like, why are you just clipping me?
Propensity towards civil war, or are you just mad at me? The producers were actually like, guys, stop doing this. Like, you're going up there and just saying F you.
Yeah, don't do that. We don't want Tim Pool to leave. How are we supposed to milk him for content if he just storms off like a little bitch?
Tim Pool, instead of saying, here's what I think.
Right.
So
like that one, like the Jufro kid who came up and was like, your audience is low IQ. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's coming up. He's going ad hominem right away. He should be stuffed in a locker.
Yeah, because Steven Crowder's smart enough when he goes on these shows or when he does like these debates in public, he controls the cameraman, he controls the table, he controls the topic, and then if he gets felted, he could just edit it out. He didn't tell Tim Pool that.
I mean, it was funny. I don't know if this is in there, but at one point, they were having trouble getting somebody to actually debate the question of the Constitution. Because everybody was kind of like, we don't know. And,
oh yeah, look how smug he is. Yeah, I know what the Constitution is. I'm so much smarter than them.
Yeah. So you'll notice that one of the debates on I think it was the big guy.
That was a fake smile. That was a fake laugh by Crowder as well.
Actually didn't debate it. He just said, if we agree on so much, why are you here? And I went, I guess that's a question for production.
Yeah, everyone just agreed with Tim. He was just so persuasive. He just caught everyone's attention. So this is the quartering sweeping it up for the dim fool. See, I told you we'd circle back to the quartering, all right? Hold on. I just want to check the view count on this. And it's 60,000 views, so quite some views on this. That's pretty good by Jared's standards. So let's see. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but let's just see the quartering sweep it up for the dim.
Designed to make people uncomfortable, a 1v20 debate, something he willingly did, I think has a very interesting explanation. And of course, both sides are declaring victory, but I thought Tim did an excellent job.
Yeah, sweep it up, Jer. Sweep it up. We got Dark Dimmy for £5. Thank you very much. Says Luther, the reason all these right-wing grifters call themselves classical liberals because they need a big enough audience to grift. I don't know. I think a lot of them do just go with classical liberals are supposed to be like libertarian, but libertarian is such a toxic term because there's so many low libertarians out there. They don't want to take on that. They don't want to take on that dead weight. So, you know, but I don't know. But I appreciate the £5. Thank you.
Excellent job promoting it. And it also turned out that Jubilee, the company that ran this, apparently lied to everybody. So maybe
we wouldn't know anything about that. Look how zesty he is in this screenshot. But just look at the shirt. The shirt is fucked, guys. It's so threadbare. There's dandruff right here. I know I can't see the undandruff. I can't unsee the dandruff. Excuse me. I know over on Kick Chat. Just get a new shirt, dude.
My tempers were a little bit spicy. So over the weekend, on Sunday, Jubilee, a program that I really never promote because they largely go after small creators for reacting to their content, something that is well within reason.
Oh, but you never do that, Jer. You would never steal content, right? And you know, because they're clickbait trash, just like you and their competition, because they're more exciting and entertaining and they have more production value. And, you know, they take all your views from people who enjoy political sensationalism.
A fair use, but for a long time, I'm just like, well, if they're going to go after small creators who don't know their rights and essentially...
What the projection on this motherfucker? Can you imagine Jeremy Hambly pretending like he gives a flying fuck about small creators when he actively steals content? He's got multiple copyright strikes.
Bully them. I don't want to promote their content, but...
Bully them. Bully small creators, like flagging Luther Morgan down.
This one broke the contain, so to speak, has been trending on X all weekend.
And he's just moving all around. He's back to his, like, Michael J. Fox style of presentation here, where he's just moving all around. It's crazy. So here we see the quartering. He's actually looking at the exact same clip that we just saw.
Using his platform to grift. First, these people were not progressives. I will point that out as they all admit later. Obviously, they were all mad because Jubilee...
Yeah, so they all admitted that they were like socialist communists, which means it should be even easier to dunk on them. If you're that stupid that you're a socialist communist in the year of our Lord, 2026, it should have been even easier for Dim Fool to smack these people down.
He called Tim Pool a moderate. If Tim Pool says he's a moderate, then he's a moderate.
He's not a moderate. What is this if he says he's a moderate, he's a moderate? I mean, if a transgender woman says she's a woman, does that mean she's a woman, Jer? Are we going to use that same logic? It's just brain rot from this guy.
I would say he's at least right-leaning, but he has come out at times...
He's right-leaning? Oh, my God.
...to have some kind of liberalish points of view, and so if he says he's a moderate, then he's a moderate. But they're all melting down about the title of the video. We're going to look at their comments. But the moment in which he storms out wasn't even in the video, that as far as I could see. I think it was a brilliant kayfabe move by Tim Pool.
Sweep it up, Jer. Sweep it up, Jer. Janny Jer sweeping it for the Dim Fool. Nothing Tim Pool does could be wrong. It was the right move every time.
That's what I think. But let's just look at the clip quick. And Jubilee.
Let's look at the clip quickly, I think is what he means.
Feel free to try and claim this. I will fight your claim and win.
Oh, so he's worried about getting copyright struck. I wonder why.
U.S. academics describe the period that we're in as civil strife, meaning there's
he's drinking energy drinks. He's not even pretending to drink coffee.
Criteria of death that has occurred for political reasons over the past year or years, for which the next...
This is on whether or not, you know I roast Tim Pool for his quote-unquote Civil War talk too.
Yeah, everyone does. You don't have to be a liberal. You don't have to be on the left to make fun of him. It's absurd. It is an absurd claim. You could be right-wing, left-wing, libertarian, communist, progressive. Everybody thinks it's fucking stupid. And we laugh at the Dim Fool. We got Evan Schultz with a 10 says, please investigate if Jer is taking Israel money. They recently moved from having influencers openly support Israel to having them attack Islam. Jer followed the exact same trend. You're a super sleuth. Interesting. I'll have to call up Gabe Hoffman.
The reality is I don't think Tim Pool means like a civil war like the North versus the South.
Yes, that's exactly what he means. It's not going to be about slavery. It's not going to be about, the issues of 150 years ago, but it's going to be liberals versus conservatives. It's going to be city people versus country people. He's talked about this at length.
He's talking about exactly what we're seeing, which is kind of in the political atmosphere, in the, in the streets.
He's just saying nothing as he's looking down on his phone.
Somebody who...
Just such a low effort bum.
We've seen them take Charlie Kirk. Isn't that not an act of war?
No, it's not. Random people get killed and assassinated all the time. That's the randomness of life, Jeremy. When that Antifa guy shut up the Republicans' baseball game, did that start a civil war? Was the retaliation on the right for that? It's like, no. There's just crazy people in the country.
Conservatism, I would argue that it is.
Phase would be civil war. However, we'll make my point, tracking towards it, I've not said that it will happen, although there's been many people who have said that we are in a cold civil war or some kind of cultural civil war. I always caveat, because I don't actually have a strong prediction.
First of all, you do have a strong prediction if you've been saying this since 2019. There's 42.
Reading articles about
people can look this up. There's 42 of your titles that have the word civil war in it.
Correct.
With big font.
Oh, a title. Definitely Tim Pool is the first person ever used sensational titles.
So he's not a
video
real journalist. He's not a real newsman. He's just a sensationalist drama merchant, just like you, Quartering. Is that why you like him so much? What the hell's wrong with this guy?
Platforms. Bad, by the way, I could go look at any of these leftoids.
His chair's squeaking. I don't know if you caught that on the speakers there, but his chair's squeaking. Getting Ghost of Lolcow's Pass with like Rings of Redemption. We got Flatman 2. Thank you for the 2. Says Tim and JR NPCs. Let's understand that they're lost. I mean, at least Tim is like, he could put sentences together. He's a better NPC than Quartering.
David Packman or Sam Cedar or the Turks. Same titling. Everybody has to have sensational titles to stand out. By the way, if you're enjoying this...
a sensational titler thinks everyone's a sensational titler. It's just pure projection for Quartering.
Video, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, subscribe or follow down below to actually find my videos.
On the front.
Anyway, so that was the old dim fool sweeping it up. Let's go ahead and leave a dislike on that. We're moving right along now. Now, the other development with Tim Pool, the plane has hit the second tower, is Alex Jones is starting to call out the dim fool. So this broke a couple days ago, and I just got to say, Alex, can you just not film things from your car, especially if you're not driving? I hope you're not driving in this clip. So Alex Jones is going to call Tim Pool out for meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu.
Cannot tolerate Americans meeting secretly with a foreign government that's openly trying to manipulate our foreign policy and primarying members of Congress and trying to take over our military secrets in the new National Defense Authorization Act. And all I know is Tim Pool follows the exact Israeli talking points. So even if he's not taking money, he is following their talking points. I want to just say that.
So that's the crux of it. So let's pull up and look at Tim Pool's response to that. With friends like Alex, this is the lesson in politics. There are no friends, only conveniences. This is very Quartering coded, isn't it? Why didn't you sweep for me, Alex? Why are you calling me out, Alex? There are no friends, only conveniences. Alex was fine to use my support and show when it served him. I made you, Bish. I made you disloyal. Now he has decided I am of less value. It's like, no, Tim, he's just calling you out for being a grifter. You sold out to the Russians. Is it so hard you're taking orders from a different country? It's hard when you realize some people were never really your friend. So this is again like this weird this is like this weird thing. We were on a show together, so you should give me like undying loyalty. We get Clammy with a 2 says thanks for remembering to leave a dislike. Hey, you got every little thing helps, right? So moving along here. So this is again Alex Jones in his car. I don't know what it is with like boomers filming in their car. He's just like pulled off the side of the road. I don't get it. But Alex Jones is talking about a meeting that Tim Pool had, as well as other influencers, with the Israeli government and Benjamin Netanyahu. And Tim Pool's response to this is, I have defended Alex Jones publicly for 10 years. Is this not the quartering? Is this not quartering coded? I have never said a bad word for him. Ask yourselves what makes a man attack one of his allies in media. We're straight up quartering maxing now. Hugh Bono, Alex. Who benefits, Alex? It's like he's calling you out because you're a grifter, dude. Moving along here again. So this is Harrison Smith. He's a guy that is on the Alex Jones show, where he runs one of the shows. I think he's the replacement for Owen Schroyer, excuse me. And so he says, remember when Tim Pool invited me on his show and was such a dick to me for no reason that his entire comment section called him out on it? And I also was right the whole time. He never invited me back. And then he has a clip from his, I guess, appearance there. And look at the comments. That was disgusting, Tim, et cetera, et cetera. And then Tim Pool just says, I'll let you tell them what you did. Disgusting. So like more vague posting by Tim Pool. I don't get it. And then here we have Tim Pool just shoving the knife in Alex Jones's back. My tolerance and grace for these people is 0. Wow. His grace. Like he's a religious figure. Alex has shown up blackout drunk to my show several times. So we're just throwing Alex Jones under the bus, and I never dragged him for it. So, this very passive aggressive calling Alex Jones a drunk. I'm not interested in the fake debate drama for clicks. It's like, Tim Pool, you were just on the Jubilee show 2 days ago. You do fake drama for clicks all the fucking time. And this is what Tim Pool does, is if there's drama or there's something that he will engage in drama, and then when he gets heat for it, he pretends that he's like a serious journalist and that he's above drama and that he's just better than it. Like his very arrogant attitude is what really, I don't like it. So I found that clip that this guy was talking about. So 2 tweets ago, this guy, he was on the show, right? And it's at 44 minutes, 50 seconds. So I actually found that appearance on his show, and let's just watch a little bit of it here. I'll leave it in this window so you guys can see the chat as well. And you can see how much of an asshole Tim Pool is being to literally everybody in the room. All right.
Now saying, how did the Soviet Union collapse?
That was it lasted for 80 years with the most powerful country in the world arrayed against it, along with NATO and everybody else. These things can last forever, and we don't have any. I mean, why
69 years?
Why hasn't South Africa descended into civil war yet?
So I love this because I've been to South Africa. South Africa's, if you're going to talk about countries on the brink of civil war, it's not, but it has all of the problems of the United States and worse. It has worse income inequality. It has super high unemployment. There's lots of racial tension there. And yeah, the guy's right. It's not on civil war. Like you could walk down the street, South Africa, go to Starbucks. I mean, go to Hooters in South Africa, drink a beer. Like there's no civil war.
These degradation can go on forever. Well, how long has it been? 40 years?
Since the end of apartheid?
Or 30, yeah.
30?
Yeah.
Maybe it takes longer. These are different scenarios. These are different circumstances. For all we know, what's happening in the U.S. could take 8 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fascinating. That's sort of in alignment with Strauss-Howe generational theory.
We've got way better communication tech now.
So we got big brain Ian coming in with the tech talk.
There's a big difference than what the Romans had. We have telephones. We have instant communication over long distance.
Which rapidly speeds up everything from organization to disorganization.
Yeah.
So in the instance that you say, how do people organize so quickly? The internet.
Well, okay, and so the government will say, hey, these dangerous militia groups are using the internet to, organized insurrection. We have to, take more control of the internet. We have to shut down the internet.
If the internet shut down, neighborhood watches and local militias would form in 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm. But then how would they communicate with others?
So look at the chat here. It's like, I love Harrison Smith. Tim talks too much. Shut it down. Graphene drones. Why is Tim so argumentative? Timmy talk. It's because this guy wasn't buying his Civil War bullshit, and he actually was just trying to factually discredit Tim, and he got butthurt.
I like the
They
idea.
don't need to. They don't need to. You're misunderstanding. I am not talking about 10 million armed Trump supporters waving Trump flags. I'm talking about 7 guys in rural Oklahoma being like, I don't know anybody, anywhere, or anything. All I know is I'm defending my chickens. One day, federal agents try driving through and they say, you can't come through here. The federal agents say, yes, we can. We're federal agents. Say, I don't know nothing about no federal agents. I ain't got no internet. I ain't got no phone. It's my land. Back off.
Yeah, I mean, that type of thing.
He just doesn't know how to respond to him just spazzing out. The Civil War was promised to us 3,000 years ago. I know, right?
Happened in the 90s and they burned 80 kids alive.
Yeah, he's talking about Waco. Like, this already happened, Tim.
Still celebrated to this day.
But that's not correct. That's not absolutely.
You're talking
not.
about
First, you've got Ruby
Waco,
Ridge and you've got Waco, and those are entirely different scenarios where a single isolated spot was removed. It's spot removal.
Right.
They can't handle a total confidence breakdown. It's not possible.
Yeah, I think that what we're being told is they have total surveillance control and can find you anywhere, anytime but the reality is, no, it's not. They don't. They have some, and I think that is, like I said earlier, this technocratic nightmare where they want it, but it's not. The reality is the humans are running the
See, what's insane is, like, this guy's obviously crazy, like, stoner guy who's 45, and even he has a nicer shirt and better hair. Just shirt mogging and hair mogging Jeremy Hamblin.
Show. And if the humans decide to break, then the show breaks.
And here we have in the kick chat, Tim, your example was a literal spot removal. I know. Well, you're not as big brained as Tim, Frank the
Are
Aryan.
establishing it, and you only need to do it to one group to send a signal out to all the others to go where they look at that and go, oh crap, I don't want to be burned to death. I better not do what I was
the case.
planning on doing.
The inverse happens. You take a look at what happened in Syria. What sparked the Syrian civil war? When groups of protesters started growing, Bashar al-Assad declared many.
Yeah, but the United States is not a secular dictatorship, Tim. We have like a constitution. We have the transfer of power. It's been going on since the beginning.
These people to be terrorists, maybe they were, I don't know, and started actually opening fire on some of these groups, creating there was like a dozen or more. There was probably like 50 emergent factions at the start of the Civil War, and they slowly began to coalesce as the fighting continued. The breakdown is not like a bunch of people hold a
So anyway, I think you guys get the point. This was he was just a complete asshole for the entire show because this guy just wouldn't buy his Civil War theory. So moving along now. So that meeting that Alex Jones was talking about in the prior clips with Netanyahu. So this is from April of 2025. So this is Tim Pool actually talking about his meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu. I went out and found it. And I wanted to, we're not going to watch the whole thing, but I wanted to see kind of Tim talking about how it basically is a secret meeting that he had. Like, he just admits that it was secret. I can't talk about anything.
Currently, there is fake news about me. So last night I wasn't here. I got late word that I was invited to a private roundtable meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. It was under what's called.
Just look at everybody on the left here. They're just like, wow, really? Like, look at this lady. She's like, wow, you met with Benjamin Netanyahu? That's interesting.
Chatham House rules, for those that are not familiar. This means that you cannot reveal anybody who attended, nor attribute anything to any one individual, as they can deny it, and they would. However, what I love about what the White House is currently doing, when you bring together a bunch of influencers and podcasters who
Look
know
how smug he is. Like, he's so cool. I got to be part of the group.
Much about journalism culture, whatever you want to call it. Not that we respect it tremendously. Most people didn't know what Chatham House meant. So,
yeah, but I'm a super cool journalist who's super important, and I knew what it meant. That's Tim Pool.
With all due respect, it's funny because they bring us into the Blair House, which is where Netanyahu's staying. And immediately people are walking around with their cameras, their phones up. They actually took our phones from us. And I legit thought they would maintain Chatham House rules, meaning you can't quote the prime minister, you can't quote his officials and the other people who were there, but you can report what was said generally. If you wanted an official quote on a specific matter, you would then ask an official once the meeting was wrapped, and they'd provide you the exact quote. Or they would just say outright, like, we ain't putting our quotes on that one. So the story that comes out, which basically violated whatever, I was going to talk about what we went there for a reason.
Yeah, what was the reason, Tim?
The
Tell
story
us.
from Jewish Insider says Netanyahu pushes back on anti-Israel trends in a meeting with podcasters. I don't know if the individual who wrote this, Lahav Harkov, was actually there, but this is wrong. It's fake news. And
so what did you talk about, Tim? How is this wrong?
People are now spreading fake news about me because I'm going to go ahead and say as arrogantly as I can to everyone else who was there. I hope you all hear me because I'm saying this somewhat facetiously.
He's so smug.
I was the only one that asked a real question. Now that I've
he's such a smug piece of shit, isn't he?
Pissed off all the other journalists and individuals who were there. Most people were asking what I would describe as, I don't know, I felt like pretty obvious questions. Is there going to be a war with Iran? Do you think the nuclear talks are going to be good?
Yeah, super. What do you mean? Boring questions. Like, you have one chance to talk to a head of state? Wouldn't you ask him like a real question?
Trump is going to be talking with you. Will it work out for you? What's the concern? What's going on with your prime ministership or whatever? And you get these answers that I really felt like you could have just got a Fox News.
Well, yeah, because it's a politician.
You know, the prime minister's going to get asked about this stuff, and he's going to say, I can't speak too much on the nuclear deals, blah, blah, blah. Considering this was Chatham House, and it was expected whatever he said was going to come out, I didn't see anything really substantive. However, in the story, they say, Poole expressed concerns about increased anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism in the pro-Trump podcasting space, according to sources in the room, so they weren't there. Poole famously had Kanye West on his podcast, and the rapper walked out mid-interview after Poole pushed back.
By the way, we're 2 minutes, 30 seconds into this video. No one else has anything to say. Isn't that funny? I just think that's funny. Anyway, Cyber with a 5, thank you, says, I keep trying to fast forward it only to realize that hell is in real time. Thank you.
Anti-Semitic comments. Responding to Poole, Netanyahu said that the reason he invited the group is to meet with him. To me? Poole argued that there is a Qatari op to manipulate social media algorithms to make anti-Semitic and anti-Israel episodes appear to receive far more views than, say, tips for picking up women, in order to incentivize podcasters and YouTubers to produce more anti-Semitic content. Netanyahu, however, was non-committal in his response, saying that's only possible. Fake news!
How dare you, Tim?
Absolute fake news.
So what did you say?
It's close to reality, but this is what they do, okay?
It's close to reality, so it's not fake news. It's either fake or it's close to reality, Tim. You have to pick a lane.
The person who was there clearly wasn't there. Ask somebody who then conveyed incorrectly what I actually said. I said there has been a report released from pro-Israel sources alleging Qatar is funding bots and operations to promote anti-Israel content. Is there any evidence that's true? And he said, I don't know. It's possible.
So the article's completely true. How is that? Oh, my God. So anyway, this is the secret meeting, all right? If I met Netanyahu, I'd ask him if he ever heard of DSP. That's very funny. I like that. Anyway, so yeah, so the civil war between Tim Pool and Alex Jones continues. And Tim Pool says, I'm working on a game where you play Alex Jones and you have to throw Israeli flags at Tim Pool's. Alex Jones says, you mean throw flags at Netanyahu operatives? And then Tim Pool says, royalties get paid directly to the Onion. So he's a very passive-aggressive little bitch, basically. All right? As we continue, we already went over this one. So here's Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
So this has been carrying on since yesterday.
And Tim Pool is still flipping out. And this is on his show as of 5 hours ago. Okay, I pulled this clip. And he's still flipping out about Alex Jones. And now we get to see, he's in the safety of the beanie bunker. All right, he's surrounded by the ball washers. So let's see what his take on the Alex Jones thing is now.
Okay. In ways that quite literally do not make sense. Alex Jones says, this is why I'm challenging Tim Pool to a debate on Israeli meddling in America's political system and the disastrous Iran war question. If you go back in time and stop the failed Iraq war of 2003, would you? To which I said, Israel is meddling in the U.S. AIPAC has undue and oversized influence on the U.S. political system. Israeli strikes in Syria are risking U.S.
See, Luther, it's impossible to listen to this dude for 2. I mean, I can listen for like little chunks at a time. That's why I don't go more than 5 minutes at a time with him. And as you can see, everyone's super tuned in and engaged. This is like Jeremy when he starts a stream. Everyone's just on their fucking phone or like have a blank look on their face. Like this is the contribution. They're Melanie maxing right now.
Interest in the region. Now, Alex, tell me why you disagree. The point is this. Alex all of a sudden started saying, why does Tim Pool support Israel? When I don't. A bunch of his followers started tweeting out, Tim Pool is pro-war with Iran, which I'm not. The point is, guys, I'm gonna go full conspiratard on you guys. I just, not like them, but like me, I think that there was a plan put in place with allies of the Trump administration to realign the political parties. I said this in February Tulsi was going to resign. I was told by people close to her in the administration, no, she'll never resign. Then
and I'm so sorry to the Kick Chat. We got Phil's Floppy Bacon 30 minutes ago gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much for the 5 subs. I apologize for not reading that out. So I apologize. And I think we had a couple other people sub as well. So thank you very much over there. I apologize for not calling that out.
He did. I said that Joe Kent and Tucker, they're gonna have this new political party. Maybe they'll go as Democrats. Maybe be third party. Now Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massie, Joe Kent, Tucker are having big meetings talking about the launch of their third party. I didn't make it up. It was told to me by people who are in the Beltway. So these are people who work in the administration.
Like we're a minute 30 into this, and no one has said a word. And yeah, in the YouTube chat, Tim pays people to be around him. It's really there. These people are just his version of Melanie Mack, except they're just not women who go, wow, nice. They just sit there on their fucking phone while Tim just runs his mouth and they say, oh, yeah, you're correct, Tim. Whatever you say, Alex Jones is stupid. Whatever you say, Tim, as long as the check keeps going.
They work in the government. They said, this is what we see happening. This is what the plan is basically going to be. Why was Joe Kent, who Trump supported and gave a job, all of a sudden like, no, I can't support this? They are creating a new left-right divide. This is why Tucker Carlson and the Young Turks, their opinions have aligned 100%. Have you guys noticed this?
Yeah.
What is Tucker?
just no one's paying attention. Just like, oh yeah, look at this guy. He's on his phone. This guy's looking down. This guy's just spacing out. This guy's like on his laptop. Just like no one gives a flying fuck.
He's talking about trade protectionism. He's talking about price controls. He's saying we can't live this way. It is 1 for 1 with the Young Turks. When you discard woke, their opinions start to overlap. So why did Alex Jones just yesterday decide that Tim Pool was pro-Israel, despite I'm not? I don't think many of these people...
It's not that you're pro-Israel, Tim. It's that you're having secret meetings with the Prime Minister of Israel and you refuse to talk about what you talked about. And the report that came out, you said it was fake news. Like, okay, well, what did you talk about?
People who are planning these systems.
It's not that hard to figure out.
They don't look at the fine tuning of it.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck is the show? No one is talking on Timcast. I know. Tim, you are boring us to tears. I know. We have to leave this in here because I want to see how long it goes on for, or somebody actually talks. So let's just speed it up a little bit because it's starting to wear on me as well.
Just know, I don't know, Tim Pool had Randy Fine on and he wasn't mean to him, I guess. And Tim Pool, met with Netanyahu in 2025. Ergo, Alex, we want you to go.
Oh, we got 14 Rand says, Luther, 4 guest chair on Kino Casino. Suffered him, fool. Well, hey, thank you from our people over at the old South Africa.
And say you want to debate Tim on Israel. The only problem is I agree with those things. It's almost like there is a machine in place that
they're not moving and they're not talking.
Doesn't actually know what I've said about what's going on and has decided to have Alex or whoever else debate me on something I agree with. So I'm getting texts from people saying, Tim, you should debate Alex Jones on Israel. And I'm going, why? Alex and I largely agree on Israel. I don't understand why
he's just full on Jermaxing where it's like, oh, I agree. I have nothing to talk about. We all agree.
Right. I don't understand why people in Alex Jones's space are now all of a sudden claiming I have opinions I've never stated before. It is all completely fake. And I think the reason is, and I think Alex is a part of it, is that there is a play behind the scenes.
They're still just looking at their phone. Like this is an everyday occurrence. I apologize. I know this is kind of boring, but I just want to see how long this goes on for until somebody else talks.
It's not super complicated. There's probably a political action committee, and they said, guys, if we want to win in 2028, if Trump loses, right, in the midterms, then there's going to be impeachments, there's going to be investigations. If Rubio or Vance loses in 28, the Democrats are going to be controlled by the DSA, and they're going to start going after all of Trump's allies. So here's the game plan. The new left-right divide is going to be, so we're going to capture parts of the disaffected left, we're going to move them to the middle position, we're going to get rid of woke, we're going to say Trump is bad, then we're going to create 2 factions. Woke is eliminated, and you've got the anti-foreign, you've got like the libertarian.
Why even call it Timcast? Why not just call it Tim Pool yells into a microphone?
Left, where they're like, war is bad, Trump is bad, Israel is doing bad things to the United States. And then you have the more neocon, pro-Trump, right faction of this. That's where things are starting to shuffle out. And everything you're seeing on social media is fake. Alex, whatever pack you're working with, Candace.
They're just on their phone. It's been 4 minutes. It's been 4 minutes, dude. And no one has said a word. It's like he's talking in a funeral home. No one's talking back.
Whoever else involved, I am not so easily manipulated because I don't care. I am not going to be emotionally triggered to be like, oh.
I'm not emotionally triggered, says the man crashing out for 4 minutes.
Actually, Israel, I like. I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, you're right. Don't care. Thank you and have a nice day. The question really comes down to this. Why is Alex Jones all day on his live shows, on these posts, consistently saying...
We got Flatman with a 2, Suffragere and Dimfool. LMAO, I know. It's been 4 minutes, 15 seconds.
...work for Israel, that he actually posted Tim gets his marching orders from Netanyahu. This is all completely fabricated and a near 2-year-old story. So why is Alex lying about it? So I'll give you an example because let's break down the lies.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up. Let somebody else talk. He's wearing the same clothes as well.
And I once again explain to you this is all fake. So also I mentioned I'm working in a game where you play Alex Jones and you have to throw Israeli flags at Tim Pools. Let's see.
He thought that was gonna get a laugh. They can't even give him a pity chuckle.
I thought I retweeted something. I guess it's not popping up. No, where is it?
Look at this guy. He's asleep. He's just asleep.
After I met with Benjamin Netanyahu in 2025, literally like 10 minutes out the door, I tweeted, I just met with Netanyahu. The next day, Jewish Insider reported on some of the things said, and they were wrong. Now, Alex and many others are lying and claiming...
It's been 5 minutes. No one said a word.
Caught after the fact, and it was only after it was leaked that I admitted to being there, which is just absolutely not the case. So the question is, why is Alex lying? And then you have Robert Barnes tweeting, hey, Timcast, maybe stop trying to spoil
Robert Barnes, boss baby Robert Barnes. Imagine giving this guy any crumb of attention if you're Dim Fool. I know, the 2 on the bottom couldn't care less. I know. Now, what are the bets, guys? Maybe we could do a poll? If we play this entire 14-minute clip in its entirety, does anyone else talk, or is it just all Tim Pool?
Folks who worked with you, which, again, also hasn't responded to. Why did all of a sudden, all of these people, as I already mentioned, right, there's like, my name is in the press.
He's asleep.
Everybody wants to latch onto it because I'm trending nonstop. This is what happens. So
I'm just trending nonstop.
The question, though, is like, why is Alex and the people around him, why are they lying about it? What is the purpose of lying and claiming that I believe things I don't? Is it because people who don't watch my show will then believe that I think things I don't think? There's a one point I'll make on this one. One of the first things I said to Alex when he posted the Israel thing is that the meeting was public. House and Habit posted videos from the meeting. I took pictures with several of the people there that were posted. The Chatham House rules means you just don't attribute to anyone. So if like, if Dave Rubin said, I'm going to go get roast beef after this, Chatham House rules means you don't go, hey, by the way, Dave Rubin wanted roast beef. You would just say,
oh my God, could you shut the fuck up? We're at 6 minutes, 14 seconds. No one else has said a peep. Maybe this is why the podcast is going downhill, Tim.
There said this. In fact, we were entirely allowed to talk about what Netanyahu himself was advocating for, which was the Iran war, to which half the room was largely like, F off. No, we're not interested. The question is, why is he claiming it was secret? Why is he lying about it?
Well, that's the standard line is.
Okay, so we're 6 minutes, 30 seconds in, and then finally someone else got a turn to talk. And it's this guy. We're just going to see what this guy has, okay? And then what this guy has to say, and then we'll move on to the next clip, all right? We'll keep it moving. Let's see what this guy's meaningful contribution is.
Oh, Tim had a secret meeting, and for the most part, the people that are retweeting this stuff or watching these shows or that end up in your mentions, they have no clue what your actual position is. They just heard this guy's pro-Israel.
So it's just beanie washing. It's just ball washing.
And so that means, if you're not consistently criticizing Israel on your timeline, they're like, well, he must be pro-Israel. They don't put a lot of thought into it. Now, I can't speak for Alex and what he's doing, but I'm talking about the viewers, the people that watch Alex, and the people that end up, talking about it on the internet.
I believe you hosted on April 7th, 2025.
So this is amazing. Like this guy's just asleep again. We got Luxford with a 5 says, I will never forgive Tim for playing dumb when a guest brought up Hambly and the flag behavior. This included Hannah Claire's husband disgusting. Yeah, I know. That's right. I forgot about that. Thanks for bringing that up. I know. He pretends like he doesn't do drama, and then he just engages in drama 24/7.
I was going to the White House because I got invited to meet with Netanyahu, to which literally right after the meeting, I said, just left a meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu in D.C. Interesting discussion. I will discuss more tomorrow night on Timcast IRL. Jewish Insider posted the story, anti-Israel trends in meeting with podcasters, on April 8th.
So he's just looping, guys. He's just looping. So we're going to move on a little bit here and get to the next clip. So that was Tim crashing out.
Tim Pool has responded.
This is the Quartering's response. So Tim Pool and Alex Jones are going at it. And of course, Jeremy Hambley loves Tim Pool and he loves Alex Jones. So we're kind of weaving in the Hambley here. I had enough of Tim Pool. It was actually quite grating to listen to that. And I apologize to the viewers at home that we had to go through that. But I really wanted a scientific data to show how long it took for Tim Pool just talks for literally 6 minutes, 30 seconds at a time, crashes out. Somebody says, yeah, you were right, Tim. And then he crashes out for another 5 minutes. So let's see what Hambley has to say when mom and dad are fighting, which side he's going to pick. And just, he's still wearing the same shirt and clothes that he had when he was talking with Alex Jones. And look at the shirt. So he obviously switched to his HD camera for this video. The shirt is damn near threadbare. Like, this looks like something at a Styx, Hex, and Hammer's closet.
The claims or the attack from Alex Jones. And I think I can add a little bit of color to this. So stick around if you've already seen his video, because this is a little bit more different. I think viewers see it as kayfabe. Everyone's all in on it. They're not. I talked to many people in the space between last night and this morning, prior to my debate with Alex Jones, about how I should handle it, because
he's such low effort bomb. We got Flatman for a 2 says Jer and Tim are the victor of online streaming. I apologize, I don't get the reference, but I appreciate the $2.
People are worried about him. That's the truth.
He's just moving his mouth. You're worried about him.
He's allowed to change his opinions. He's allowed to criticize certain foreign countries. He's allowed to turn on Trump or criticize Trump. Well, I won't even say he turned on him. He's allowed to criticize Trump.
Sweep it up, Jer. Sweep it up for the dim
fool. The people
fool.
who know him best, the people close to him, closer to him, not maybe in his immediate circle, we're worried about him.
He's such a parasocial weirdo, isn't he? I'm worried about the dim fool.
Whether it was his medical emergency on the Tim Pool live stream, in which he was clearly completely hammered, had a very scary coughing attack, his sudden 180 turn, his meltdowns on X.
So he's talking about Alex Jones. It's like, so getting drunk, weird comments on stream, and then crashing out on Twitter. Isn't that you, Hambley? Isn't that you? Maybe you should look in the mirror.
I think I have an explanation for a lot of it. First, I want to say, I don't even believe Alex.
Victor is the gambling guy the casino is covering. Okay. I didn't know the guy's name, but thank you very much.
Is in control of his X account anymore. I believe it's a certain someone else now.
So he's just saying, yeah, it was Rex Jones the whole time. He's such a little weasel.
I want to put them out on a blast, but I think a lot of people can figure out who it is.
Just say Rex Jones, you coward.
Just doesn't sound like him on X, given how much the man works and the amount of replies even yesterday and today. I'm not talking about just putting up videos. I'm talking about actual replies and arguments with people on X. It doesn't sound like him in the text. We're going to look at that. People are worried about him because we care about him. Alex is the GOAT. He's the greatest.
So now he's ball washing for Alex Jones. He can't decide. He's like stun locked. I was like, I want to suck off Alex Jones, but I also want to suck off Tim Pool. Who am I going to choose? He doesn't know what to do. He's stun locked.
Ever do what the man has done, and he's been right about so much. It's not that people disagree with him now, that Trump should be 25th amendmented or this, that, or the other thing. I mean, that has turned some people off and has hurt his viewership. And
he's always gone after Republicans. It happens. And he's also gone after Donald Trump in Donald Trump's first term. Like, if you actually watch Alex Jones, like I remember one of the funniest clips was he was mad about Mad Dog Mattis because they were also shooting missiles and shit going on in the Middle East the first time. We got Hanging Laundry for a 5 says, I want to see a 3-way mud wrestling match between Poole, Hambley, and Jones after a steak dinner. Yeah, maybe that's the kind of videos that DSP likes to watch.
Idiot would know that. Tim used the example, like if you're an ice cream.
All right, I'll stay here and skip all the casino intro fluff. Well, hey, yeah, thanks for sticking around on Luther Morgan channel. We almost got 800 people in here. Thank you very much. And also some on Kick as well.
Open for 10 years and you were selling ice cream In this case, that would be pro-Trump stuff. And then you suddenly switch to broccoli sticks, you would lose some viewers. But that's
see, this is how Jer sees it. It's just a product. It's like, no, what about ethics? What about values? What if Trump changes? If Trump changes, if Trump runs on a platform and he betrays the platform, if you have ethics, you would be against Trump then, right? Like, imagine you like Trump because he's going to crack down on illegal immigration. And then Trump says, actually, you know what? I'm just going to take a bulldozer to the wall. Are we supposed to just go along with it? This is how Jeremy sees it. It's crazy. So let's get to the next. So this was from a couple days ago. And then this one is from...
I know I'm coming in hot.
Excuse me.
I'm so...
Oh my God. This one was 3 hours ago. So didn't even have time to clip it. It's Angry Rant Tim Pool Nonsense. So now that there is a grifter civil war going on, the quartering can't help but make clickbait about it. And he's going to talk about it. We're going to watch a little bit. And, now, guys, if there's some support out there, I might go to the DSP segment. So you guys asked for the DSP segment. After this is the DSP segment. If there's enough support, I'm just saying.
Sick and tired of this stupid, pointless, regressive infighting that is coming from a lot of people I considered friends, or, well...
Everybody's a friend to Jer, right? Everybody's a friend to Jer. I can't believe it. Like, these people are not your friends, sir. We're just on a show together. You just talk about politics on the internet.
At least work colleagues, as I learned through this past summer. There's no such thing as internet friends. They will all just turn on you to...
Yes! There's no such thing as internet friends. Unless you've actually met them in real life and you actually get to know them, you're not really their friend, Jeremy.
Make 75 cents in AdSense revenue and pretend like they live on the moral high ground, but that's a different topic.
He's such a passive-aggressive little weasel, isn't he?
For a different day.
Maybe you should put that on your vlog channel, huh?
Stupid infighting. I'm going to show you. I will display to you exactly what its purpose is, exactly why it's happening, and it's probably going to confirm a lot of what you all believe. Also, there's a clip of Tim Pool that I think a lot of people missed yesterday that I think
is he wearing the same shirt? What do you guys think in chat? Is this the same shirt that he was wearing yesterday? Because it's like this black, super threadbare shirt. Like, it's fucked. Now, guys, you asked for this, but where's the support?
I know I'm going to share it with you.
What do you guys think? Should we just go to DSP? We'll end the night on DSP no matter what, but should we pivot to DSP? Or you want to see Jeremy Hamplanet, bitch about mom and dad fighting, which is like his e-mommy and his e-daddy. All right. Well, we'll see.
But it accurately depicts just how over it I am too, and just how over it probably all of you are. If you're over it, leave a like on the video. I'm going to get into it after a super quick word from this video sponsor. Huge.
We're not even a minute. We're not even a minute into the video, and he already has an ad for us. No more Jer, please. DSP, come on. Where's the quartering guys? Any quartering guys? No quartering guys. This is boring shit. Go to DSP. Everyone says go to DSP. All right, fuck it. We'll go to DSP. Keep playing. One person said keep playing Jer. Jeremy is over this segment too. I'm sick of Jer. Now, guy, I'm gonna have to see some support. Now, guys, you asked for the DSP segment. All right, we got some people say more Jer. We've been doing Jer for 2 hours. I kind of want to end it on Jer. Excuse me. I kind of want to end it on DSP. All right. Wow. Look. Oh, I thought this was DSP for a second. All right. So let's go to the DSP. Whoa. Sorry about that. Let's go to the DSP segment. All right. So this is from the classic Snort Hogan. There's always going to be more Jer. Don't worry. There's always more Jer. I'm here for the Jer felting. Listen, we felted Jer for 2 hours already, and we felted Dim Fool. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Exactly. So we'll end it on a laugh. Because Jeremy's also so boring. I can't do too much Jeremy.
Tell you something, brother. Snort, snort, snort. Tell you, drip, snort, snort. I got the drip. Go.
Very nice. Oh, is that 220 into 220?
Just like a sad light bulb head. I don't know what it is about his fucking forehead. You could grade cheese off. It's always furrowed.
Actually turn off. He did. 220 is so upset with me for calling a spade yesterday that he turned off all of his badges in the chat, and he's gonna apparently be pissy with me. I don't care. Just because I called you out on being an idiot giving money to scammers, you deserve it. So I hope that you enjoyed getting,
like you,
destroyed yesterday, because you do deserve it. And you still stand. You have to at least.
Oh no, sire! Don't give me attention. I'm a troll. Don't ever give the trolls attention. I wouldn't want to derail your stream, sir.
For as much as you did them to me today or this week, if you want to see your desert bus marathon.
Cope sip.
Wah. Keep in mind, you shouldn't even be here. You got unbanned by a mod who went rogue mod a few weeks ago. So the fact that you can even talk in chat is a grace.
His Majesty DSP with his grace. Tim Pool used the exact same line. That's very Tim Pool coded, DSP.
Okay. No, it's not that you're not allowed to support other streamers. It's that if you're retarded, I'm going to say you are, and you're going to like it.
He's just crashing out.
You're retarded for supporting them. You gave them hundreds of dollars. What do? They take days off and go on vacation.
Oh no, not vacation. Oh no. I mean, they have 3 8-hour-long streams, Phil. So just their airtime is like a full part-time job. Then they do stream prep. This is the Keto Bros, right? They probably work 40, 50 hours a week scraping clips, doing research, getting the OBS right. They're not Luther Morgan. They know how to run OBS, all right? This guy's funny.
That's what they do with your money. They live the highlight.
Not me. Not poor and broke.
They don't even make
miserable
content. They watch other people's content and react to it and act like that's work. It's not.
All you do is play video games, dude. Calm the fuck down.
It's a fucking scam, and you're the rube, okay? Someone who makes content deserves support.
Oh my god. And this is now guys, where's the positivity for 5? I know, right? This is the chill positive content that I tune in for.
Someone who works hard and listens to feedback and improves for the better, tries new things. That's who should be receiving support, not 2 people who abuse the mentally ill.
Oh my god. Sorry,
What they do every fucking stream. So if you're too stupid to understand that, you're the target audience, you're the rube, and I will say you are, and you'll like it. Now, if you're a man and you can take it, fine. If you can't, well, bitch off and don't come back. You were already banned, and we don't need to waste time on you.
Look at this chill positive content, am I right?
So I'm waiting for 47 subs.
Yeah, diaper shitting Phil.
Okay, goodbye, fuckface.
He's just crashing out.
He's gone again, and I don't ever have to see him again, thankfully. I'm so tired of that piece of shit. That
yeah, you just ban them, and they just vanish from existence, Phil. They don't make an alt account and come back.
Really? So fuck off, and you can go hang out with the dents, and we don't have to see you anymore. Okay. Thank God. All right.
They've already switched to their alt
So
account.
now, Ice Warden Gaming did a $2 super chat. He says, did you ask Asmongold's permission to do goals again? No. Number 1, I don't have goals. I have milestones.
I don't have goals. I just have the exact same thing.
Number 2, I don't have to ask anyone's permission to do anything because I'm a fucking man and I do what I want.
I'm a man. This video, it's just like every sentence is fucking funny. Like, this is why I like to end the show on DSP, because I just need like a laugh after the toxicity of Dimfool and quartering.
And you like it. I'm successful and everyone loves it.
I'm successful. I'm happy. Say the line, Phil.
I'm just going to keep doing what I like and you're going to enjoy it. Thanks for $2. So basically, the bigger you go, the more packs we open. Okay? So let's go and let's get some support for the stream today. Let's get our first tip bigger than $3. Let's.
He only has a $3 tip. Sad. Pathetic.
Get our first sub. Let's get our first kicks that aren't from a dented loser trying to insult me. Let's get some good, solid support today, shall we? Okay.
Just the Cope sip, just seething.
Thank you. His personal favorite says, congratulations on the God Pack, King. Thank you so much. Again, what's hilarious is any time that I get any level of success, people have to say that it's...
Right, everyone's just so jealous of your success, Phil. Say the line, Phil. We got Flatman with a 2. Thank you for the support tonight. I do what I want, bish. Yeah, I know, right?
All fake.
He's a real man. I'm really serious, guys.
I'm trying to say I faked the God Pack. Some people are saying I bought the God Pack off of eBay and claim that there's an invoice. I didn't buy it off of eBay. It came out of that box. You saw me pull it out of that box. So I didn't buy it off of eBay. So anyone who's saying that has completely faked it. Others are trying to say I individually bought the cards. Okay?
Who gives a fuck, Phil?
I built the pack myself.
He's such a smug piece of shit. It's like this constant need to correct the record where it's like, who cares? Move on. Just open the cards or don't open the cards.
I resealed the pack myself to fake a God Pack, and that's how I did it. These people are so crazy because, again, they're so... In truth, I actually don't feel like most of them believe it, but I feel like they need content. So what they do is they literally create insane conspiracy theories.
Yes! It's called trolling, you idiot!
Knowing that their viewer bases are crazy idiots, really mentally disturbed individuals who just want to believe nonsense because they're dumb. And so they just make it up and they know how far-fetched it is, but they don't care. They know, number one, you can't buy a God Pack. It's impossible. If you could figure out what was a God Pack ahead of time, everyone would be pulling them and selling them online for thousands of dollars. That's why you can't do it. It's a random thing. That's why it's so rare to do. Or else the resellers would be doing it. You can't
cares,
do
Phil?
that. You can't sell a God Pack. It's impossible. That's number one. Number two, how on earth would I buy all of those cards individually and reseal it? Like, what are you talking...
This really feels like we're still watching Tim Pool, isn't it? Like, just endless talking about nothing, except he's not on a set with ball washers.
About, like... Again, they know how far-fetched it is. They know...
Yes, that's the point.
Oh, it's crazy.
The more far-fetched it is, and the bigger you crash out, the funnier it is, Phil.
They don't care. They actually want to push the narrative for content. That's it.
Yes, and we're giving us this bountiful feast, this bountiful harvest of content, Phil.
That's all it is. So, for me, the God Pack is an epic thing that I can always, bring up moving forward, saying, oh my goodness, I can't believe how lucky I was.
Yeah, he's the Tim Pool of gaming. That's a very good way to put it.
That's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I likely will never get another God Pack, to be honest with you. I probably won't ever get a God Pack again. I bet that's probably the one and done for me. Unless I get super lucky again. It's because it's not even every set that has God Packs, you know what I'm saying? But
we're in the God Pack business meeting, guys.
These people, it's just crazy. All right, so anyway. Yeah, hilarious.
Snort. Oh, I thought he was gonna... He's Jeremy, like, checking his pulse there for a second.
There you go. Assassin Gamer says, what you did was you broke into the card printing warehouse, Mission Impossible style, and make sure that box had a God Pack. Exactly.
I guess at least he figured that guy was joking or trolling, huh?
Do I think they're jealous of me?
Oh my God, that's right. Crazy how much that chair shakes and it's not a massage chair. I just now see it and I can't unsee it.
One, it's apparent they're jealous of me. That they don't want to be derided and made fun of like I do, like I get made fun of, but they want my success. Like they want the God Pack. They're mad that I got it. They wish they got it. So that's what upsets them so much.
This is like a kid on the playground who has no friends, but he's like rich and he has the best toys. And he's just convinced himself the reason why he doesn't have any friends is because he's rich and successful and he has the best toys. But it's just because he's a asshole.
Oh, why does he have to get all the success? Why does he get all of the luck and not me? Right? Now, keep in mind, you could be going out and doing things for yourself to make yourself successful. But instead of doing that...
I mean, is there anyone in the United States of America who would want to switch places with DSP? It would be a punishment. Like, I'm sure there's people in jail who would rather just stay in jail. Because he basically lives in jail. Like, he never leaves this room.
You sit here angry at me. Well, that's your defect. Because that's exactly what it is. It's a defective action. You could be working constructively towards your own success in life, but instead you sit there miserable, angry at others.
That's you, Phil. Can we get a projection alert? Where's my triangle?
It's because you're stupid. You know, if you had intelligence, you would go work on it. But what can I say? You're dumb. So, guys, we're going to hang out a little bit more before we start with Mario. It sure would be great to get some support head start.
Where's the support? Now, guys, where's the support? You asked for Mario.
To hit milestones and do card openings. So, again, if you like the content, if you've enjoyed the morning show, please support the stream. All right? We get anything appreciated right now. A super chat, a sub, you know, some kicks.
He's just on his hands and knees begging. He's just begging on his hands and knees. Please, anything, anything.
A tip, anything. Like I said, as you know, the milestones are based starting at $100 of support, or if someone does a $50 contribution, that is a instant pack, okay? Sporterman did a $2 super chat, says, you always this condescending to your donators, I'm out. What are you talking about? The last few donators, let's see. Simon Uno Dos, I shouted out. Huge McLarge Man brought up LTG, and I said, why are you bringing him up? I don't know what you're talking about. And I said, why are you bringing up Duty? Because I don't want to talk about a detractor in my
So he's just bringing up everything he doesn't want to talk about, he talks about. So everything this guy's like, well, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to give this guy attention.
Okay.
But he just talks about it.
I joked about carrying the weight machine. Oh, you know what it is? Because you're mad because I don't want to watch the AI clip. Well, I'm sorry to tell you. Again, I'm not going to drop everything and watch AI videos.
And I'm sorry. I don't think it's Snort Hogan. I think it's DSP who adds like this terrible electronic music in the background.
People suggest that's not what I do. All right, sorry. If you're upset about that I'm not dropping everything because you did a super chat and you want me to watch a video, I'm not going to do it, okay? Would I ever shave my beard? You mean entirely? Shave it off? No, I think that my wife, first of all, likes it. She likes this. I asked her, should I grow it out? She said no. I said, should I shave it completely? She said no.
The beard looks like shit, Phil. Like, it's gray, but your hair is like brown. It doesn't make any sense. It actually makes you look... It's like it should be either all gray or all brown.
So I'm going to keep what my wife likes, and she likes having the goatee. Now, if you noticed, recently I grew it...
It's DSP's AI music? Yeah, that's what I thought. In my opinion, it's way too loud.
Out more. Because I used to keep it really...
Would you watch that AI clip? I would, but I have to have dinner after this stream because I'm very hungry. I will selfishly decline to do that, but I appreciate the comment.
Really short. And I decided what would happen if I grow it out more, maybe it'll look better. I think it does. I don't know what you guys think, but I actually think it looks better longer.
It looks like shit, Phil.
Right? I do think it looks better. It looks better longer like this.
Oh my god, he looks so old. Look at the widow's peak, dude.
So I'm probably going to keep it a little longer length than I had before, because before it was really, really, really close. I think now you can see it a little better too, because people used to always say, oh, it looks blotchy. Well, it's blotchy because it's gray. You can see most of it's white or gray. But grown out, it looks a little
Yeah, and you're pale as a ghost, so it makes it look even worse,
better.
Phil.
It looks a little thicker, right?
It looks like
so
shit.
I'll probably keep it like that. But as for shaving it entirely, no, I don't think I'm going to do that.
So that was the Tim. We'll finish the clip. It's only a few 30 seconds long.
Can we get a turkey dog emoji? No.
Anyway, so that was the DSP segment. Now, guys, you asked for the DSP segment, and Luther Morgan delivered the DSP segment. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me this evening. I appreciate everybody stopping in. I apologize for the tech issues at the beginning of the stream. I got a new microphone, and I thought everything was ready to go. So I am obviously still need to work on that. I apologize. And I will be going on a week hiatus away from the internet, so I won't be making videos and I won't be posting on Twitter because whatever the lolcows do, just do the opposite. So if you're terminally online, just stop being online and just go out and enjoy life. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break and go out and do stuff. But anyway, we'll see. There's always new JR stuff. There's always new DSP stuff. We'll be back. We're still making content. And there's other topics, obviously non-Hambly related, but I'm sure in a week he's still going to be screwing up. Maybe he'll get a vlog. Maybe Styx will come back. I don't know. Who knows what can happen in a week. this ongoing Grifter civil war with Tim Pool, Quartering, and Alex Jones. It's going to be really, really interesting how it turns out. I'm guessing Tim Pool is, well, it's not going to be resolved. It's going to be constantly fracturing. But you need to be here on 6 days a week. Yeah, I know. I should be like DSP and just be a slave for $5 an hour. More Dimfool content in the future. I liked him. I like doing the Dimfool segments. The problem is if you like make fun of Dimfool, people think that like you're on the left. But it's like I don't criticize him because of his politics. I criticize him because he's like a giant asshole to everyone around him. And I see a lot of like the same Quartering-esque, DSP-esque things that he does. And it's bizarre. Just no one has gone through the effort of logging him. Although there's like so much material. He's also very long-winded. I think that also contributes to it. And there's not a lot of good clip channels. So a lot of people who do React stuff and locale stuff, you have to clip mine it yourself. Like what I tried to do today, going through like some Twitter threads, kind of going back and forth because I knew I couldn't do all Dimfool because he's so grating. So it's like, hey, let's do some Alex, let's do some Quartering. We'll bring it back to Tim. Bring it back to Quartering, try to keep it going, and I hope it worked. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by the Luther Morgan channel, and I will see you guys later on in about a week. So thank you very much.